And good morning to you. It is showtime. I hope you're having a awesome day already. We'll check the weather coming up this morning. It is National Neighbor Day. Say something good about your neighbor or just say something about your neighbor. Well, Rooney will join us in a little bit. He's got doctor's appointments this morning. So it's all on Tom. And
Please, no, please, no.
just a second ago, Tom was like, not again. And I said, please do not give me the BS this morning.
That's good.
I cannot take the BS this morning.
By the way, how you feeling, babe?
I don't want the BS this morning. I'm feeling okay right now, but I don't need the BS. Looks like fish tank, floor show, night going on, gold lining day. You ever had a silver lining? This is the gold lining. International Right to Know Day, National Drink Beer Day. Like you have to have a damn day to do that. National Good Neighbors Day. Want to hear something about your neighbor, good or bad?
You can't say nothing good about it. Don't say nothing.
No. We'll take the dirt. Also, read your child a book day going on. See you at the poll.
Oh, that is today, isn't it?
See, so it used to be called Day of Prayer.
Yes.
But some folks got upset and offended that it was called Day of Prayer. So now it's See You at the Poll.
And the JAL and Eunice schools will meet at the poll at 7 a.m. this morning.
So See You at the Poll. I don't know. National Day of Prayer has a better ring. World Rabies Day, on a day that Tom's cats still are not vaccinated. Thank you very much. World Rabies Day, in memory of Tom's cats and those feral cats running around the trailer park. And World School Milk Day. Remember when you used to get the carton and had to fold up that carton?
Right. That was bad. That was way
they give those cartons to the old people. My mom gets a thing called Meals on Wheels where they bring the meals to the elderly every day. And
hot meals, too.
She's like, well, baby, I can't open this damn milk. This milk, why they give it to me in this carton? I can't. The arthritis in my fingers. Mom, you're asking me to do it, the guy that ain't got no hands?
He flicked it.
Seriously. But can you give him like a bottle? I know we're trying to get away from plastic, but still. Old folks, baby, this thing, look at it. I'm up. Just bust a hole in it, put a straw.
I didn't ask, how is she doing, by the way?
She's good. She's good. President Biden recently announced that he'll send $11 billion to fight climate change to poor countries. I tell you what, this dude likes poor countries so much. He's trying to turn us into a damn poor country. Where does he think the money is coming from? Hunter's crack pipe fund? I don't know. We are going to be the poor country. And airlines and travel websites will have to be upfront with Americans about additional fees that are being charged for baggage, flight changes, and cancellations under a new proposal by the federal government. Knowing airlines that are going to delay this ruling for as long as they can, just like the flights. Under the rule, airlines and third-party ticket agents would have to disclose any additional airfare, anything additional to the airfare. I know when we travel, it's always $200 extra to pay for baggage, minimum. They get you coming and they get you going. Looks like Brad Pitt dating an actress, and
the woman
he's 59,
right?
And she's like 31.
I figured.
All I gotta say is go boy. Hurricane Ian forced cancellations today of the January 6th committee. And Florida is bracing. Looks like our buddies in Tampa, Florida, Smokey and those guys look like they didn't get hit like they thought they were going to be.
Wow.
So January 6th, committee hearings postponed because of why would that?
That's in D.C., aren't they?
Yeah.
Unless they couldn't get people to testify.
They'll do anything to keep this alive forever.
Yeah.
And Senate yesterday overwhelmingly passed a short-term government funding bill ahead of the deadline. Friday, the no funding, so they actually gave them funding, short-term funding. Congress has until the end of the week to pass their legislation that will fund the government through December 16th. All we do is kick the damn can down instead of coming up with a budget for a year like most businesses do and live within the budget. Yesterday's passage came after Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia gave up on his efforts to combine the funding fix with his energy package. Yeah, Joe Manchin voted with the Democrats, broke away from the Republicans, and it's come back to bite him on the big white booty. So congratulations, Joe. All right, we'll talk about the first lawsuit dealing with the student loan handout bill. We'll talk about that. And Biden keeps making the same damn mistake. I'll call it a lie. And Clovis School's got a problem. Several students actually hurt
I saw that.
from a TikTok challenge. And the DEA, what's the biggest problem in New Mexico? I'll give you the answer to that coming up this morning. All right, number 877-396-W105. Text line being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, amigo-machinery.com, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Question is, Good Neighbor Day. Tell me something about your neighbor, good or bad. Tell me. You can do that on Facebook, or you can just call or text. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, and soon to be TikTok, that's being brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well, desertsandsnm.com. Mention being on the Breakfast Club, get a 10% discount. Look, these guys know what they're doing. Give them a call if you need help with your water well. We'll check the weather up next.
Texter says, it was expected to transport 830,000 barrels of Alberto tar sand to the Houston refineries every day. That's every day, says the texter. And you and the others shut down permit for drilling. Biden is destroying America, says the texter.
Well, he's busy giving money to poor countries at the same time making us poorer every day, making Americans poorer every day.
And my neighbor and I exchange home cooked food, says Buddy, once a week. Wow, that's nice. Another texter says, Tom, you are just a worthless man already. I even got started yet.
Yeah, he hasn't even had a chance to screw it up yet.
Right.
I mean, give him 5 minutes, please.
No, please don't jinx me like that.
Jinx?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, jinx?
Well, yeah, I mean,
There ain't no jinxing involved.
Hey, Tom, I meant to tell you the other day, says the texter, don't let them give you any hell about your car. If they want you to go to jail for work, they need to provide you with a working vehicle.
No, that's not the way it works.
I took my own vehicle, and they paid my gas.
There are plenty of companies that reimburse you.
Yep.
So, no, nobody's going to provide him a vehicle. Number one, we don't even want him on the station's insurance because of his driving habits of falling asleep at the wheel. Oh, hell no. We don't want that on us.
I've never fallen asleep.
Oh, baloney.
Ever.
You fall asleep just sitting here.
Oh. Well, it's early in the morning, dude. Come
on. You miss your Mimi?
That's first set of text right there. B?
That's all I got.
No, you get some more.
You give me a break. Yeah, like right when I get the can and swig the Red Bull. You did that on purpose.
They're coming in now. Screw all those other damn countries, says the texter. What could $11 billion do for our damn country?
Well, I mean, look, people can bitch and moan, about this and that. Look, we already give Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico, and all the South Americans and Central American countries, we give them money every year. Hey, can you stop the flow of immigrants coming in our country? Stop giving them the damn money. You know what they do in Mexico? True story. So Biden sent somebody over there with, $6 billion. And I got to stand up for this. So they go, hey, senor, here's the $6 million payment to stop the immigrants from coming into America. Ay, sí, sí.
God, please.
Mucho dinero. Oh, takes the money. If you're watching on camera, takes the money, sticks it in his back pocket, walks away, and tells the guy that's with him, I la pendejo. That's exactly what happens. We're one of the dumbest countries in the world. Keep the same thing up. And it ain't working. It's not working. So quit giving them the money. Cut them off the government teat.
Cut off the hand. Boom.
Today. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at North Star Fuel Station. Taking care of all your fuel needs. If you're driving through Loving and you've got all the congestion and construction going on there, it is a mess. It is a mess. Well, fill up before you get to Loving and take care of that. North Star, of course, can take care of all your fuel needs. They also easy on and off the highway. Grab your ice and your water and everything that you need for the day. They accept WEX, Gas Card, TCH, also Fleetstone, and all major credit cards and debit cards. Located between Carlsbad and Loving, 2519 Pecos Highway. Avoid all that construction. Stop by North Star today. High temperature 86 for the high. 57 tonight and then 85 tomorrow. Looks like that's going to be the weather forecast throughout the weekend, and pretty much the same for most of the weekend. I got a birthday party to go to this weekend, so it's going to be on Saturday about 84 for your Saturday, and of course, baby Aiden's birthday tomorrow.
Is it really? How it's
Yeah.
gonna be?
He's old enough to be smarter than you.
Please.
No, I'm serious. I can't make that stuff up. Can actually read.
Well, God bless him.
No, yeah, but please, God bless him. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Don't forget, they've got everything coming in to winter wear. You're going to be working out in the patch. You need your jacket and that type of stuff. They've got everything. So get in there and take advantage of, they've got it in stock right now. Gloves, FR jeans, coveralls, winter jackets, you name it, they've got it. And while you're there, check out the furniture, appliances, and electronics. Talk to them about zero down financing. And next door is Scrub Outfitters. If you're working in the medical field, they've got everything that you need to go to work. Compression socks, the very comfy shoes, and, of course, scrubs, hence the name Scrub Outfitters. Yeah, they've got the largest selection of scrubs in 100 miles, and big-name brands like Metcatures, Healing Hands, Dickies, Peaches, and more. Rig Outfitters and Scrub Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. First lawsuit coming out, dealing with Biden's student loan handout program. So that they're now saying that loan, every time we do the story, it goes up a little bit. But $500 billion.
Oh.
So they had said 20 billion, and then it went up to 100 billion. Then yesterday they said 400. Now they're saying 500 billion. And most people are okay with paying off the loans until they figure out, oh, I'm going to be taxed for that. Of course you're going to be taxed for that. So first lawsuit filed saying it is illegal to move or cancel those student loans. Biden yesterday, I'm calling it a lie. Some people are saying it's inaccurate. I'm calling it a lie. You are the president of the United States. There has to be ability for you to ascertain information instead of lying about the information. I mean, you got speech writers. You got people, that's all they do is gather information and give it to you. Makes another lie yesterday, talking about gas prices have fallen below $3 a gallon.
I think so.
By the way, there is not one state where gas is below $3 a gallon. Not one state. Talking about gas below $3 a gallon. Whatever. Clovis schools have issued a warning to students who have gotten sick over a viral challenge that came from TikTok. Over the last week, 20 to 30 students suffered upset stomach, irritating eyes, participating in the one chip challenge, where they are told to eat a tortilla chip coated with Carolina Reaper or Scorpion pepper powder. District says these chips are sold around town for about $5 a chip. Holy cow. $5 to give me diarrhea? This isn't the hot Cheetos. This isn't the other chips. This is chips that they take a tortilla chip and then put the ghost pepper on there, or scorpion pepper, or Carolina Reaper pepper, and the one chip challenge. 20 to 30 kids have gotten sick because of that. And DEA saying that fentanyl is the number one threat to New Mexico. I would say it's right behind this current governor, but fentanyl is a terrible problem, common problem in New Mexico. We know the arrest they made. They made the largest drug seizure in the history of America in Albuquerque about a month ago.
Yeah.
And we see our drug task force busting their hump to put people in jail. But the number one threat to New Mexico, according to the DEA, is fentanyl.
I believe it.
Philadelphia high school student dead, 4 others injured. School shooting at a football scrimmage. One teen was killed, and 5 Philadelphia high school students shot following that scrimmage. Shooting occurred about 4:40 in the afternoon at the Roxborough High School in the rear of that campus. What's the motive in this? They don't know. All they know is two gunmen ambushed a group. That's pretty much all we know. Developing story. We'll keep you updated with that. We're going to talk about the FBI. Do you really need 12 armed people kicking down doors to go after a pro-life activist? This is not a violent criminal. We'll talk about that coming up. And the guy had already said he'd turn himself in. I'll tell you the premise of this coming up next.
Good morning, guys, says the texter. This is John in Pyote. Hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. You know, my neighbor keeps an eye on our place when we're gone. We do the same for them. And his wife also makes us really good banana bread and pecan pie. I love that.
Oh, pecan pie. Oh.
Thank you, Kevin, for the show. And before the show, a good way to start the day, says John from Pyote this morning. Ooh,
thank you.
I love that pecan pie. Other texter says, I did the one chip challenge at the house, says the texter. Yeah, and? Well, he says, won't do it again. Yeah. Another texter says, I got fuel in El Paso, B, for $2.98.
$2.98. When was this?
Well, he texted this morning, but he didn't say when that was.
I'm going to Lubbock today. I'll let you know how much it is today.
And another texter says got gas in El Paso too for $2.99 at a few stations there in El Paso.
I'm just telling you what the story said.
And in Midland says, here in Midland, one station has gas going for $2.96 a gallon.
Still ain't cheap. Still about buck 35 more than it was when Trump left office.
Oh yeah, I mean it's up there. So apparently the gas is
$3 per gallon.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I was in Hobbs yesterday, and
the highest place in the whole damn state.
No, it's $3.55 here in Lovington. I came to work this morning. $3.24 in Hobbs last night as I was coming home.
Oh, here goes this damn machine again with the little.
What? Yours?
Yeah, mine.
Oh, okay. And we bought one of those chips, and it was $11.
Holy crap! To burn your butt.
Says that.
Holy crap!
But texter, yeah.
That's a lot of burning going on.
Sure is.
That's a hell of a lot of burning going on. Too much burning for me. Thought for the day this morning, being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service. dependable, on-road, off-road. They deliver oil and gas products, and they are your distributor for interstate batteries. Find out more information at WakevilleOil.com. Mr. Wendell Wakefield packed up the kids and delivered the kids to New Mexico and started his business, Wakeville Oil. That was 35 plus years ago. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Put some whiskey in my coffee because I'm part Irish. The thought for the day. Price of oil coming up in just a sec.
Texter says, I did that one chip challenge at work the other day. Says the texter, I didn't eat or drink anything for an hour to beat their invincible challenge, says the texter. Wow. And Joseph, again, with the gas prices, says, I filled it with gas today in Midland, he says, and it was $2.97.
Well, when Biden said this yesterday, or day before yesterday, because multiple reports came out and said there was no state with gas below $3. So I got that story off multiple websites. First place they broke it was the Republican National Committee.
Yeah.
And then it was on Fox. Then it was on multiple sites. FBI recently sent more than a dozen armed agents to the home of a pro-life activist. Now, this guy's name is Mark Hook.
Okay.
He was arrested for allegedly violating the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances, or FACE Act. Now the father of 7 faces up to 11 years in prison for blocking a man's entry. Yeah, now look, that law was put into effect to you couldn't block a women's entry. What, is the man going to get an abortion? Well, nowadays you never can tell. So anyway, his kids were there when they busted in his house with arms, and he had already told them that he was going to turn himself in. So the FBI, another power grab and abuse of power, breaks in. I hope he sues the hell out of the FBI. I'm finding more and more reports that the FBI, agents in the FBI, saying they do not like what is going on. Karen Bedonie very upset that she will not be in that debate that's coming up. When is that? Is that this weekend?
That's the 30th, yes, Saturday.
Saturday, the big debate. A lot of Karen Bedonie followers are very upset. And I tried talking to them in a loving manner and say, look, rules are rules, and she didn't make the criteria. And the criteria was had to have 10% polling numbers and a decent amount of fundraising. You know, where these TV stations screwed up is when they let Ben Stein? The guy, the old guy that debated with Ron Ketty and Ben Ray Lujan. That dude had like 2%, and they let him debate, and it was terrible.
Awful.
It was like Tom debating. I mean, I'm serious. Yeah, you're right. It would be awful. And so that's where they screwed up. But they know they screwed up. So it takes away from the other two viable candidates, because Karen is not a viable candidate. She has 0 chances. But anyway, she story out of the Albuquerque Journal this morning that she's going to win this race by knocking on doors. I hate to tell it, you cannot knock on enough doors to actually win. It's impossible for you.
Oh, by the way, B, I'm sorry. Today's the 28th, 29th, 30th Friday.
Could I at least finish the damn story?
I'm sorry. I thought you had already finished. So anyway.
No, I'm actually doing 3 things at the same time because I have to answer the phones. I have to run the cameras. I have to do the bulk of everything. But thank you for the interruption. I'm not doing the rest of it. Interrupter.
What's that crybaby? Jeez.
Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Carlsbad.
What's going on?
I am really pissed off.
Uh-oh.
I
Go.
just heard that they arrested that man from preventing a man from going into Planned Parenthood.
Right.
Am I correct?
Yep.
Why is it that he gets arrested, that he's protecting women? We don't have a sanctuary for what needs to happen to us? I don't get it.
Well, look, I see the other part because it is a federal law that you can't block somebody from going in. But it's not like this guy was going to go get an abortion. He stopped the guy from going.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
and he had already said that he was going to turn himself in. He had already communicated with the with the district attorney or the attorney general and said he was going to turn himself in. Already had a lawyer. There was no need to raid his house. It's the same thing with the FBI busting in the Trump's house. He had already returned 15 boxes and said, tell me what else you want and I'll return it. No need. The FBI has lost their damn mind.
Yeah, they have. And it's just like they're pinpointing, like, I don't know, they're trying to make a point again. The way I looked at it, that's just against women's privacy, because he did not need to go in there to see who was there, what was happening. It's none of his business what other people are doing in those places.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for the call. 877-396-W105. Looks like Tuesday afternoon, Lubbock Sheriff's Office arrested a detention officer trying to buy fentanyl from an undercover cop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, reports coming out on this story that was she planning to distribute the fentanyl to inmates? Taylor Millette, 27, charged with possession with the intent to distribute fentanyl. Deputies, the department also filed a federal charges. Sheriff Kelly Rowe addressed the situation yesterday and says that makes everybody look bad. Well, I'm not saying it makes everybody look bad, but it does not look good for this lady working as a detention officer and buying drugs that she was probably going to sell back to the inmates. Not good. And out of Odessa, a fifth grade student at Cameron Elementary School told two students she was going to shoot up the school, or he was going to shoot up the school.
Here we go again.
Ector County said the incident was reported by the student, and they investigated. The boy now charged with a Class A misdemeanor threat. If you're keeping up, that's the second case out of Ector County, kids threatening to shoot up schools.
Yeah. Hey, on that note, on the detention officer, you know that one that they busted here in Chaves County on Friday. Apparently, there was fentanyl being smuggled into that place.
Well, and there were two other detention officers that supposedly they didn't arrest, but they did detain and talk to.
Of course, I'll have more on that story coming up tomorrow. There was 3 stories out of Chaves County. I couldn't do all 3 on the news. I just did one. But
so what more do you got to say about it?
Well, apparently it's been going on for a while, and they got information that drugs and contraband were being smuggled into that place. And after the shift on Friday, that's when they made their move.
Looks like Texas governor pulling away from Beto O'Rourke. Hot button issues. Supposedly it was going to be abortion. Border more important than abortion, according to recent studies. Abbott 59% and Beto O'Rourke 44%. I said that's going to be a 10-point win for Abbott.
I say a little bit more.
Nah, it's no more than 10. Biden administration laying out plans to end hunger by 2030, according to his report. He wants to end hunger by 2030.
Baby.
Also changing, expanding Medicaid and Medicare. Look, Medicare, they're going to reduce how much you seniors have to pay.
Oh, here
that
we go.
might not be a bad thing, but they're going to put more and more people on Medicaid, which is no premium, no deductibles. My kids all the time when they come home, why can't I get this, Dad? Why can't we never go to the doctor? Yeah, because your dad is a working man and ain't got no insurance for you.
Right.
Serious. Don't get sick.
Right.
I ain't got time. Obama talking about the border, saying that many of you are racist.
Oh.
I'll get to that coming up next. Text line, then the price of oil, Tom.
Hey, B says the texters, there's way too much misinformation out there. And you cannot believe anything you read anymore just because they spread the lies. It is an excuse for everybody to spread them too, says the texter. Wow. And another texter says, get that fuel on Monday. I guess that's when fuel is cheaper. I don't know.
Never heard that.
Never heard that at all. And boo-hoo-hoo for Karen Baloney, says another texter. And another texter says, hey, B, I think this is from 505 Liberal, or it may be from another Liberal. He says, get your facts right.
Well, please explain.
He says, eat your own words, says.
Well, please do explain.
I think he was talking about the gas prices.
That was on 3 different sites, so I'm sure it was accurate.
And more texts.
Hey, how do you like paying more for all that gas and your food? It's nice, right? Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Keep it up.
Not at all. Another texter says, I got gas for $2.79 in El Paso. That's the cheapest so far in El Paso.
I'm going to Lubbock. Lubbock traditionally is cheaper than Odessa, which I don't get because Odessa's pumping out the gas.
Right.
Don't get it. All right, we'll take out the trash coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by WWRV, WWRV3.com, 988-0392. Get in touch with them today. And they've got 162 RV sites. If you're in Carlsbad and want to stay in one of their 162 sites, they offer 30 and 50 amps, and one price includes all utilities. They're pet-friendly, well lit up, and a quiet place to lay your head. Cool thing is they offer premium internet at each one of their sites. Do you like to game or stream movies? That's not going to be a problem. Go to their website, www.rv3.com or 988-0392. Oh, the liberals are upset. Golf Digest came out with a list where they ranked the top presidential golfers. And Donald Trump was the number 1 golfer. And liberals have lost their damn mind going against Golf Digest.
Really?
Look, Donald Trump was a businessman.
Right.
Started playing golf when he was a teenager.
Way back in the day.
I mean, had lots of time to play golf at some of the best country clubs in the world. Obama didn't start playing golf until he was probably in his 30s. So that's what they're upset. Obama's a better golf. No, he's not. Look at the handicap. So they're very upset when it comes to Trump beating. Well, let's do it for charity. Head-to-head match for charity. And Donald Trump's in his 70s. How old is Obama?
Hitting 70.
No, he is not.
He's got to be 65, 66. No, you're right. He's 65. He's our age.
I ain't 65.
Well, he's in the neighborhood. Hey, while you're doing that, neighbors and I swing, which is fun, says the
61 years old.
Really? 61?
For Obama. I knew he was younger than me.
I thought that guy was like 63 or 64. He looks so. Have you seen him lately? You know when they were unveiling the portraits?
Of Michael?
A few weeks ago?
Of Michael?
Yeah, on the Obamas?
Of Michael?
Yeah. He had you saw the grain on top of his head?
He's 61 years old. What the hell? Like, that's not expected.
Well, she didn't have a gray hair on her.
Who you talking about? Michael?
Obama.
By the way, Democratic Party has nobody to run. Gavin Newsom doesn't look like he's going to run. Michelle Obama could be viable. I'll tell you what President Barack Hussein Obama had to say yesterday about the borders. We'll talk about that coming up next. 644.
AB such a dang cry tit. Wah, 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 says the texter.
I'm crying. What I'm crying about? Because I haven't felt a tear come down my face. Not one.
Yeah. Hey, to all you Democrats, says the texter, who think I'm racist just because I'm a Trumper. Well, I think you're a pedophile because you like Biden and he likes touching kids.
What about Grisham? Has she signed up for to be a sex offender yet? No.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet.
She's
Okay.
not out of office yet.
By the way, it doesn't matter if you're in office or out of office to be a sex offender. She has been accused multiple times of groping. And if we turn that to the Hollywood approach,
Uh-huh.
like what's the football player that they accused of the massage?
Oh, Watson.
So if we take that same approach to, I mean, he must have did it, right?
Dumbass.
Well, maybe she might have done it. Stock market this morning, if you keep an eye on it, Dow futures, they say might rebound, but we're down 125 points this morning. We're at 29,000, could be below 29,000 before the day ends up. Wow. President Obama suggesting that there's racism behind the GOP's border security push. Sure. So he said that the Republican agenda relates to immigration and the fear that somehow America's character is going to change for darker shades of people. Really? Couldn't be about national security. Couldn't be about keeping America safe. Couldn't be about, hey, I don't want to pay for all these people. No, it's always going back to racism. That's the same old card you liberals keep playing. Same one. Texas DPS trooper lands in the hospital after fentanyl exposure during a search of a car. Was exposed to fentanyl in Barra County. EMS gave the trooper Narcan as they took him to the hospital. Agents later found the substance in a container and it did test positive for fentanyl. But as soon as he hit it, he became weak. And his partner immediately got the Narcan out of the back of their truck and hit him with it and then called EMS. These police officers, like no other time in American history, have to be careful, not only when they're making traffic stops, but what they touch and what they don't touch. Crazy. Price of oil coming up next. Tom, what stories are you working on?
All right. So the accident on East 380 in just outside of Roswell claimed the lives of two elderly people. We got more details on that wreck as well. Hey, it's a new day. A new hospital opens today in Hobbs. We'll tell you more about that one coming up. And Mark Ronchetti will be in town in Hobbs on Sunday. Got more details on that one.
Maybe you can bring us some money.
There you go.
As I looked, who's spending money on the station? Not one Republican candidate. Not one.
Wow.
I'm starting to feel a little used.
Yeah. I was talking.
They love us.
Right.
They love us. They love the free stuff.
I was talking to Larry Marker, by the way.
They keep giving that money to Google and Facebook and all those. But the guys that feed at the trough, we get nothing.
Well, I was talking to Larry Marker, by the way. He'll be our guest, I think, Senate version this morning. He was in Gallup a couple of days ago, and he was saying it was in a radio interview with a Gallup station, and they said, he was saying, man, you got a powerful station down in southeast New Mexico. And he even said it's W105. So apparently the state knows about us way down here.
Thank you for that, Tom.
Yeah, I was just bragging.
Yeah, thank you. How about reading some damn texts?
Okay. Texter says, it's always the females that don't belong watching male inmates, says the texter. Yeah, well, you got
how many love affairs have we had?
a bunch of them. I mean, that's Rooster from Carlsbad this morning, by the way. Another texter says, "Yeah, I took that challenge as well. Oh, nothing to it," says the texter. And Walker from Roswell says, "Tick, tick, tick, tick. TikTok challenges are really cool," he says. I've never taken one. Is that something
Well,
that
you could take the TikTok challenge where you take a hose pipe,
uh-huh.
Mongetta,
Yeah, right. And
and you get 2 hose pipes. You stick one where the sun doesn't shine, and then you stick one down your throat. So go ahead and take that one. Kids, I'm just joking. It is not a TikTok challenge. Do not take it.
yeah.
All right, 10 minutes away from 7. 10 away from 7. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with them today. They are looking for you if you're looking for a job. You might not even be looking for a job, but you're looking for a better job. You come to the right place. Spinnaker has training programs. If you've ever run a frac crew, they want to train you to become a cementing supervisor with their SSIT program. Ever run a blender in the patch? They want to train you to operate their equipment, cementing equipment, and you can become a cement equipment operator. Training program available for that. Look, you have to pass a drug test, and they are equal opportunity employer. By the way, to get the job as a cement equipment operator, you must have a CDL and willing to work a lot of hours. They offer excellent pay, great benefit program, one of the best benefit programs in the industry, and housing can be available. Text Oilfield 63566 or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate checks in at 79.96 at 6 a.m. It was $78.97, so it's up $1.04. Brent crude 87.50, currently 86.54 at 6 a.m. And the price of natural gas $6.48, down 5 cents. Speak.
Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Services. 652, looking awesome for today. Check of the weather being brought to you by Iron River Inspection. IronRiverInspection.com. Based out of Eunice. Mike and Matt always want to say, go Cardinals. So Mike and Matt, second-generation pipeliners, started their business. Now they have grown to more than 300 years of combined experience. Anything to do with the pipeline, pretty much they can take care of it. Yeah, they look pipeline inspections. They do facility inspections. They're one of the top-notch consulting companies. Need safety training, they can take care of that also. IronRiverInspection.com. High today, 86, 57 tonight. Tomorrow, 85, and then 57 coming up for tomorrow night. Much of the same for the rest of the week. If you're hungry this morning in Artesia, Roadrunner Grill has what you're looking for. They've got home-style breakfast being cooked up right now. Want to order for everybody in the office? That ain't a problem. 575-748-3324. Need them to cater your next big event? Not a problem. They got that covered. They can cater all your parties and big events, whatever it is. Roadrunner Grill inside the Best Western Pecos Inn.
Kevin has asked the tester, have you heard anything about U.S. blowing up the pipeline from Russia to Germany?
No.
Neither have I. So, but we'll check it out. Another texter says, me and my neighbors, because that's the question of the day. We had some cocktails. Okay, says they share cocktails, by the way, says the texter. And Patrick says, I bet you no liberals are saying anything about Sleepy Joe. He says,
oh, they still take up for him.
Yeah.
Still. Nuts.
Yep. And another texter says, yes, golf game would be like Rodney Dangerfield. I think that's what they wanted to say.
The what game?
Yeah. Yes, the golf game would be like Rodney Dangerfield. Remember the comedian back in the day?
Oh, for Trump playing Obama?
Yeah.
Obama's fairly good. Of course, gets a lot of practice. Taking out trash this morning, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. They do residential pickup, reminding you to give to Lovington Shelter so they could spay and neuter the animals and ship them off to a no-kill facility. Looks like a San Francisco firefighter will be punished after there was a picture taken of him with the Let's Go Brandon t-shirt on while on duty, apparently a violation of the fire department policy. Someone on Twitter took a picture of the firefighter and posted it on Saturday, tagging the San Francisco Fire Department and asking if this was the new uniform for the San Francisco Fire Department. The user also tagged San Francisco's mayor and District 8 supervisor and others. Photo shows the firefighter wearing a navy blue t-shirt with the slogan, "Let's Go Brandon" on the back, which is code, of course, for, blankety blank Joe Biden.
Uh-huh.
The phrase became a meme, of course, after the NASCAR driver Brandon Brown, and code word blankety blank Joe Biden. So now disciplinary actions are coming against the firefighter for wearing the "Let's Go Brandon" t-shirt while on duty. Question: if it was a t-shirt that said Black Lives Matter, that would have been okay, right? If it was a t-shirt for San Francisco 49ers, that would have been okay. Or maybe a t-shirt describing San Francisco as the poop capital of the world with poop all over the sidewalks, that would have been okay too. But "Let's Go Brandon," not okay. This guy looks like he's going to face disciplinary actions coming soon. Indiana high school junior became the only student ever in the world. Oh, I bet Tom's done this. I bet this guy's the second. I bet Tom did it.
What?
So the Indiana high school student received a perfect score on his advanced placement calculus AB exam this spring. The only student in the world ever to achieve this feat. Felix Zhang, currently a junior at Penn High School in Indiana, tested out at 108. By the way, 108 out of 108 and advanced placement calculus AB. Congratulations going out to this kid. You are the second because Tom, I'm sure he did it.
Well, in the 9th grade, I had 100% on.
See, his math skills are impeccable.
On presidents, we had a test on presidents and vice presidents until 1974, which was Richard Nixon. I got them all right. Got 100%. And the teacher,
we're talking about calculus.
Well, same thing. It's in the neighborhood. It's, So the teacher didn't believe me. So she said, "Really?" I told my mother. My mother don't play. Okay. She came down to the principal's office, and
she came down there with a chancla.
She did. She did, and she said, "I want to apologize. An apology from her." He said, "Mrs. Reese, can you prove that your son, He said, "Yeah, I helped him."
Came down with the chancla.
Yeah.
Looks like police arrested a man they believe involved in an attempted kidnapping of a 15-year-old girl back in May of 2021. They got a call Tuesday, May 4th, about the attempted kidnapping. Well, they just arrested the guy yesterday. On Tuesday, they arrested a Jonathan Carlizian. It's Carrizalez, 33 years old. Arrested him on charges of aggravated kidnapping with sex abuse and 2 counts of online solicitation of a minor. Took them a year plus to get him, but they got him. And John Cena breaks the world record.
I saw that.
So you saw this?
Yeah.
So John Cena, the actor, WWE wrestler, set the Guinness World Book of Records for the most wishes granted through the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yes.
Granting 650 wishes. So it's good to see John Cena giving back to people that wouldn't get a chance to get things. So he actually helps kids between the ages of 10 and 18 years old, gives them gifts and all kind of other stuff.
He's the number 2 wrestler in that category with the WWE.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I needed that information.
Well,
I really needed that information about wrestling. I couldn't have lived without it. That's for damn sure. Wrap up the text. We're going to take a break. We'll check the weather, get you updated with news and more. National anthem and the pledge on the way. KWMW, Maljamore, 105.1 FM, better known as W105.
Hey, guys, did you see that they were showing a statistic of how much the stock market has lost since Trump left office? Guess what it is?
Well, if you look at your 401k or your investments, you'll soon discover.
He says, this is Chip, by the way, he said $7.1 billion has been lost since Trump left office, says the texter. Wow, that's a lot of money. How much have you lost lately?
I'm down about 30%,
And
maybe 40%.
Oh, then texter says, by the way, B, you don't got to go to Lubbock to check the prices. You can go to Gas Buddy, and check the prices.
Yeah,
says the texter.
Yeah, I will, but I'm going to Lubbock, so
leave him alone.
I'll let you know. I can go to Gas Buddy. Yeah, I do have the app, and I know how to work it, but not Tom doesn't know how to work it, but I do.
I've never apped it, so yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
I would never get that app. I got enough gas. I think that's what he's meant to say. By the way, another TikTok challenge. We'll talk about a lot of people doing this TikTok dumb challenge. We'll talk about that. North Korea fires off their third ballistic missile ahead of Kamala Harris heading that way.
Wow.
And the White House telling anybody that doesn't want to be in Russia, come to the United States. We'll welcome you. File for asylum. We'll look, the more the merrier. New Mexico, repeat child abuse rate. Well, I'll talk about that. Part of the problem is that child abuse, they do it once, you let them out, they do it again. We'll talk about that. Ohio man causes $1,000 worth of damages stealing cigarettes and vodka, and Gwyneth Paltrow poses nude.
Get out.
She's 50 years old. There's a picture of her.
Ooh,
by the way, she went gold for that picture.
She's beautiful. I love her.
I mean, she's looking for a 50-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
By God, I bet she.
And the Academy Award winner as well.
I bet she doesn't eat any cakes. I bet she don't drink any sodas. I'm just looking at this going, I'm betting.
I was calling ball games last night, and there's a couple of people there that I didn't know.
Do they look like Gwyneth Paltrow?
Well, this one softball player was doing co-ed last night. She lost 142 pounds. I didn't know she had been on a diet. And then my buddy Chris.
That's not a diet. That's a life change.
Chris has lost 45 pounds.
That's a life change.
You know what they do? They walk. That's all they do. They walk. I said, congratulations to you guys.
How about getting your butt walking?
Well, I do walking on the field.
Yeah, sure you do. Yeah, I got you. 86 for the high today, 57 tonight. Should be sunny tomorrow, back up to 85. Check of the weather being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services. They're under brand new ownership. Look, they're clearing out the parking lot to get more customers back on the road. They've got short wait time, fast service. They're under brand new ownership and can take care of your brakes, tires, AC, alignments. They do diagnostic work, preventative maintenance. You need them to take care of your fleet of automobiles. That's not a problem. Based out of Carlsbad, give them a call this morning. They're already open. 575-689-6900. And don't forget, under brand new ownership, need them to put in lift kits and that type of stuff. That's not a problem. They can do all of that. Platinum Auto Services, 575-689-6900. Give them a ring today. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Robert.
What's up?
I couldn't let that go, Tom. You didn't read my text right.
Which one, buddy?
Those TikTok challenges are really cool. Remember the one when you could jump out of a moving vehicle?
Oh,
Or how
okay.
about the one where you could swallow a laundry detergent pod?
Ah,
Those are really cool. But
Yeah.
if you flip off a Democrat, you're out of there. That's
right.
what my text said.
I'm sorry. I
Damn,
didn't get
that boy, that didn't sound anything like what he read, right?
Well, I said it was cool, but then
That's way you read it was like I was all for him.
Yeah, I mean,
I pay attention to the shows. Yeah, you were talking about that yesterday. I
Yeah.
pay a little
we
bit
were.
closer attention to the show.
yeah, craziness. Hey, I appreciate you. Take it easy. All right, we are online, on camera this morning, and Tom's got a wave.
Hey, Odie.
So we're on Rumble. We're on of course, we're on YouTube, a brand new YouTube channel. So you have to resubscribe because they kicked us off because something we said about that day in January. So I'm not going to say
Really?
the day, but that day they kicked us off.
Are we living
So-
in Russia nowadays? Or
Yeah,
what?
we are. Being brought to you by Desert Sands Water Well. And tell them you heard it on Be in the Breakfast Club. Get 10% off. They've got the experience to get everything that you need done. So check them out today. 7:05, National Anthem and the Pledge coming up next. Tom going to look at news. We're going to give you a chance to win some cash this week, being brought to you by Miracle Ear. We'll qualify folks and then give that cash away Friday with Russ Black, The Ride with Russ, and the 5 o'clock hour.
Texter says, you know what? I've almost lost $30K out of my 401k since Brandon took office.
Yeah.
Says the texter. Wow. And another texter said, you people should look at their investments, says the texter.
You know what I invest in?
Uh,
Giving to other countries. Now, if we invested in that, boy, we would be very wealthy under Biden.
you know what? Yesterday I had a dream, and I'm not saying that
I had a dream
I'm not saying I have a premonition, okay?
that one day somebody can come in here and read the damn text.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is that I had a premonition that all the banks around, in West Texas and around here, people were in line to take out their money. There was a run on the banks.
I had a dream that might not be a dream.
Yeah. Well, let me finish that other text. People should look at their investments before they vote, says the texter.
Well, every week when you go to the grocery store, that should tell you something.
Hmm.
Now, unless you're on food stamps, you're not making more money. Now, food stamps got a little boost. You're not making any more money than you were last year,
Right.
unless you got a big time raise or you're working more hours and then they just take more taxes.
I believe you. I need a raise. Hey, anything on that?
You ain't getting no damn raise. You can't even read the damn text.
Anything on that wreck on Green Street in Carlsbad on Tuesday? No, I did call a couple of sources. Nothing yet on that wreck. B.
All right, residents are hunkering down in Orlando this morning, waiting for Hurricane Ian, and rain falling in that area about almost 10 inches in the last 24 hours.
A lot of rain.
So a lot of rain, and Cuba without power, pretty much the whole island. Puerto Rico still with no power, and it is hurricane season for sure. By the way, if you want to give to Florida, floridadisaster.org, you can go there for more information. Most people evacuated. Now, DeSantis came on yesterday in typical DeSantis mode and said, hey, if you didn't leave, you can't leave now.
Stuck.
And, go to one of the shelters, but don't blame us. Don't call us to rescue you
You're warned.
because of your own ignorance not leaving. Now, they were busing people out of there because a lot of people don't have cars.
Right.
So they were busing people out of there and getting people out. And this will turn into a Category 5 hurricane before it completely makes landfall.
Wow.
709, KWMW, Mount Jamar, 105.1 FM, Be on the Breakfast Club. Look at news being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm. We'll get to that coming up next. But first, our national anthem and our Pledge of Allegiance being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your farmer's insurance agent. Started a business at 19, 40 plus years later, still helping people. If you need life insurance, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and then you add all the toys, you got boats, RTVs, RVs, that type of stuff. Rebecca can bundle all that together. Maybe you're a business owner and need commercial insurance. She got you covered there too. Call Rebecca today. If you're in Eddy, Chavis, or Lee County, give her a call, 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today, proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. My name is Drew Mosier. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The tiny but mighty 7-year-old singer from Los Angeles, Malaya Emma Chandragwijaya.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Large prayer this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Judah Oil.
And from Peter 4:8, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins.
Hi, my name is Jose Luevno. I work for Judah Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Looks like it's going to be an awesome day today. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. Give them a call, 575-631-3189. Times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification comes with a traveling case. Weighs less than 4 pounds. You can take this thing anywhere in the world. Rebecca Long, the local inventor, came up with the idea after traveling and discovering even 5-star hotels do not have great mirrors and lighting. Not a real good place for a woman to put on her makeup. She came back with the desire to come up with the best makeup mirror, not just in the United States, in the world. And she did so. Go to Facebook and Instagram. Check out all the videos. Just type in Atlas Makeup Mirror on Facebook or Instagram, or just go to the website. You can buy them right off the website at atlasmakeupmirror.com for more info. Nice day today. Should get up to about 86, 57 tonight, 85 tomorrow. A lot of stories to get to. We'll keep you updated with everything. Text line open, 877-396-W105. We're going to qualify you for some cash coming up in just a second. News with Tom being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale reminding you that if you've gotten yourself in a criminal matter, he can help you there. He can defend you. Settling big cases out in the patch. One case for over $10 million in the oil field. $9 million in medical malpractice. And if you've been involved in a car accident, they settle these cases all the time. No car now. Yeah, the bills are piling up. You need a guy that knows how to defeat the insurance companies. That's Luke Ragsdale. 575-208-5300. RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Tom and news coming up. Right now, though, we got to qualify you for cash.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now. Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. An out-of-town elderly couple driving a minivan were killed in a 2-vehicle accident with a semi-truck on US 380 just outside of Roswell on Tuesday. Chavez County Under Sheriff Charles Islas elaborates.
It appeared that it went underneath, somewhat underneath the rear portion of the trailer during the course of the impact of the accident. After checking on both individuals, both were at the scene, and they were from out of state. They were on a trip. It was early in the morning. State police is handling the accident reconstruction and investigation.
It's opening day for the new Covenant Hospital in Hobbs. It officially begins operations today. The hospital has been planning the move for more than a year, establishing plans, redoing those plans, and other challenges, such as replacing former CEO Dan Springer, who left in January of this year. Republican candidate for governor of New Mexico, Mark Ronchetti, will be in Hobbs for a meet and greet at the Baymont by Wyndham Hotel at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Lee County Republican Chair Carol Parrish tells us more.
We'd like for you to come on out and meet Mark. He's doing a quick swing through several counties. I believe he starts out in Cruces that morning and into Eddy County and into here and on beyond. Also, if you need information on any of our candidates, we're keeping our headquarters open here in Hobbs. The Republican headquarters is at 1776 North Turner here in Hobbs, and we're here from 10 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Right now, that's Monday through Friday.
Again, that meet and greet for Mark Ronchetti is at the Baymont Hotel, 3510 North Central, 4 p.m. on Sunday in Hobbs. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom A. Reese.
Update your living space with furniture from Rig Outfitters and Home Store. Bedrooms, living rooms, offices, and kitchens. Rig Outfitters can help you with every room in the house. Brands like Ashley, Nectar, Catnapper, Fairweather, Jackson Furniture, and more. Check out the new beanbag mattresses from Corduroy or their wide selection of recliners and sofas. 0 down and easy financing, and they pay the tax at Rig Outfitters and Home Store, 1401 North Turner, inside the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs.
Does your home need a makeover? Start with Florist to Go during the Ultimate Home Makeover Sale. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Save on luxury vinyl plank, only $1.49 a square foot. Our flooring experts will help you choose the perfect look. Special financing available, free estimates, but hurry. Sale ends September 30th at Florist to Go, your hometown flooring center, 2704 North El Paso.
R&W Diesel and Performance in Hobbs will service everything from light to heavy-duty vehicles, including semis. R&W also services trailers and repairs axles. Whether you're needing simple engine or transmission work or complete replacement, R&W Diesel and Performance can handle it. Electrical, AC repairs, oil changes, brake repairs. R&W Diesel and Performance does it all, and they offer financing on any repair, installation, or accessory. And speaking of accessory, R&W Diesel and Performance is a dealer for fast fuel systems, B&W hitches, airlift suspension, rough country lift kits, KC highlights, and more. Call 552-3986 or stop by 2803 West Marlin in Hobbs for R&W Diesel and Performance.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
I'm Tom A. Reese.
And I'm Kevin B. from B on the Breakfast Club.
New Mexico House Republicans support the working men and women of New Mexico.
NMHRCC strongly supports the energy industry and the thousands of hardworking people that make energy decisions every day.
The industry is under attack today by environmental extremists and progressive Democrats in Santa Fe that want to destroy your jobs and your family's security and future.
The New Mexico House of Republicans, led by Jim Towson, are fighting to protect the industry and your jobs. But we need your help. We are raising money to protect and elect candidates that support you, your family, and your company.
Would you please help us? Would you please send us a financial contribution so that we can fight for you? Let's get more people to Santa Fe to help Jim Townsend protect our industry. Today, we're asking you for your help. Please, let's not let the industry be ruined of the left-wing extreme.
Join the fight to elect more Republicans in New Mexico. Donate today at nmhrcc.org. That's nmhrcc.org. Paid for by the NMHRCC.
Does your home need a makeover? Start with Florist to Go during the Ultimate Home Makeover Sale. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Save on luxury vinyl plank, only $1.49 a square foot. Our flooring experts will help you choose the perfect look. Special financing available, free estimates, but hurry. Sale ends September 30th at Florist to Go, your hometown flooring center, 2704 North El Paso.
Attention gun and knife enthusiasts. Los Alamos Ammo presents the Carlsbad Gun Show, Saturday, October 1st and Sunday, October 2nd at the Pecos River Village Conference Center. Guns, ammunition, knives, reloading supplies, Western collectibles, and great gifts, jewelry, collectibles, and more. Brands you know and love like Winchester, Colt, Ruger, Chase, and so much more. Open Saturday 9 to 5, 10 to 4 on Sunday. Adults $6, kids 12 to 17 only $3, and discounted 2-day passes are available. The Carlsbad Gun Show, October 1st and 2nd at the Pecos River Village Conference Center in Carlsbad. Buy, sell, trade. Don't miss it.
In times like these, we are all reminded of how important relationships are. If hearing loss is keeping you or someone you love from enjoying every moment with friends and family, there's no better time to call your locally owned Miracle Ear to learn how better hearing can improve the quality of your life. Whether you're interested in connectivity, rechargeable, or affordable hearing aids, call me today, Crystal Dyer, at 575-392-0218 to learn how to receive a free hearing consultation and hear a better day.
Coming to Ruidoso Downs Racetrack, the biggest and best celebration of the American cowboy ever. It's the All-American Cowboy Fest, September 30th through October 2nd. The festival begins at 9 a.m. each day with 3 stages of music, hundreds of Western-themed vendors, a petting zoo, chuck wagon cook-off, and fantastic entertainment, including, for the first time ever, Lincoln County welcomes the PBR. Friday evening's concert features Mo Bandy with special guest Kobe Carter. Saturday evening's dance includes Jamie Richards and Jody Nix, and Sunday's festivities feature a chuck wagon breakfast and gospel sing. Get tickets now at www.allamericancowboyfest.com. That's allamericancowboyfest.com, or telephone the box office at 575-378-4140 for the All-American Cowboy Fest, featuring the PBR at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack, September 30th through October 2nd. The All-American Cowboy Fest. Don't miss it. Paid for by Ruidoso Downs, and Lincoln County Lodgers Tax.
Millrock Distribution, an Applied U.S. Energy-owned company, has been in Carlsbad for 5 years. Millrock is moving locations to 4303 National Parks Highway and expanding their team. Millrock is currently looking for 3 warehouse and driver positions. Millrock offers advancement opportunities to inside sales and more for the right person. Millrock offers competitive hourly pay, overtime pay, 401k, insurance, vacation, and a monthly bonus plan. You must be able to pass a background check, a drug screen, and a driving check. Our applicant needs to have experience in driving forklifts and 3/4-ton pickup trucks with trailers. Mill Rock Distribution is a fast-paced company serving the oil and gas industrial markets with 24/7 on-call service. To apply in person, stop by Mill Rock's current location, 5208 Rotary Drive in Carlsbad. Mill Rock Distribution is an equal opportunity employer.
Showtime. What's up?
Don't push so hard. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com.
If we'd been better mind readers, I guess we could have.
Yes, we drank beer. I liked beer. Still like beer.
And I like beer.
Yeah, we drank beer.
It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer.
Sometimes too many beers.
Yes,
We like beer.
Judge Kavanaugh, thank you very much. Hearing adjourned.
Today is National Beer Drinking Day. Not that some people need a day. It's just their day, but today is National Beer Drinking Day going on all day today. So drink your beer. By the way, Neighbor's Day going on, and that is the question of the day. Tell me something good about your neighbor, good or bad. I would love to hear about your neighbor this morning. Put it up on Facebook, text us, call us. If you want to tell us bad things about your neighbor, you could do that. Earl Pitt's on the way. He's got a great neighbor. Wyoming.
Right.
Is that her name? Wyoming? Naomi. Earl Pitts, maybe he'll talk about his neighbor.
Naomi.
You want to talk about your neighbor, good or bad, we'd love to hear from you. Boob of the day coming up this morning. Our number 877-396-W105, already 726.
And Texter says, Mexico's government has more money than the USA. They just keep it for themselves.
No, they don't.
Well, let me finish the text.
They don't.
They don't give their people a dime.
They don't. You're right about that. But Mexico is a rich country, but they're not as rich as America.
Right.
And part of that is they're a small country.
We just give our money away. Hey, Mexico pockets all the cash and they buy themselves cars and houses and they go on vacation.
Yeah.
Says the texter. And another one says, yeah, gas was cheaper under Trump, but oil was way, way lower. And that's before COVID. I'm not for Biden, says the texter, but I just wanted to say something about it.
Well, look, the barometer is not the price of oil because oil and gas companies can make money in the 70-ishes. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're only in the 80s right now. It's not like we're in the hundreds. What was the price of oil this morning?
$3.55 here in Lubbock.
I said oil. I didn't say gas.
I'm sorry. I was reading a text. It was $78.
Oh, okay.
84 cents.
So oil prices were about the same under Trump, but gas prices were much cheaper. I don't know if I could wrap my head around that.
And Venezuela is releasing prison inmates and sending them here.
Oh, yeah.
Ask the texter.
Oh, yeah.
So they're doing basically, they don't want them either.
No. Well, that's a good way to purge. Just send them to America. They'll take anybody. They'll take it. I mean, you don't want them. They'll take anybody. America takes anybody.
Yeah.
Just send them over here.
We go broke.
Sunny today, 86. Going to be awesome day today. Low tonight, back at about 57, 85 tomorrow. It's like a broken record because all week we're in the mid 80s, and then at night and the about 50, 57 tonight, cooling down. That's not really cold, Tom.
It's cold to me. I may be a little bit hefty, but I get cold at night.
Well, that's good because you got two cats that you can cuddle up with. Ain't nothing like a big booty woman to keep you warm. Morning, how you doing? Where you calling from? Hey, good morning.
Morning.
You hung up on me. By the way, checking the weather this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're traveling on 128 this morning, exit on Buck Jackson Road and fill her up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. They have a large, nicely built facility, covered area. So if it's raining or snowing or just plain hot, you got some cover. They offer DEF, red diesel, green diesel, unleaded, everything you're looking for. They do accept all credit cards, fleet cards, and debit cards. Find them today. If you're driving on 128 between Jowl and Carlsbad, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles and fill her up. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
The patch.
What's happening? What's up, Bob?
Well, I'm not so much worried about gas prices. What I'm annoyed with is the price of diesel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
$4.85. I saw
Because
this
what
morning.
if what is diesel? What is diesel, Tom?
Well, I saw it on the gas.
No, what is it?
I didn't see a diesel.
The dude cannot listen and answer a question to save his damn life.
I was going to get to
What's
it.
the price of gas? What's the price of oil? It's what is diesel?
What is diesel, by the way?
Is a of refining crude oil. Why is diesel more expensive than gas?
Well, could it be that diesel goes in those big old trucks? And if you believe that the Biden administration is trying to kill America off, when I go to the grocery store, it's like I'm in a third world country.
Well, that's because
empty
that's wise.
yeah.
Because diesel takes
Right.
it takes diesel to get everything to you.
Right. Shelves are barren. Can't find stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. This Biden inflation and Biden just running down our country. I'm fed up with it. And mark
You
my
and
words, if
everybody else-
things don't improve by December, I will leave the damn country.
He's leaving anyway.
That was a joke, Bob. That was a joke.
Tom,
Yeah.
Tom,
Yeah.
can we get a muzzle for you?
Can you get a muzzle for me?
Yes, sir.
Or a ball gag.
You can. I have no. I don't want to have any part of that, Kevin.
Well, I'm just saying, either one. I'll keep him from talking.
Hang up on him already.
I said get a shock collar. That when he says something stupid, you can shock it out of him, matey.
Well,
Maybe.
maybe. So, appreciate you, Bobo.
All right, y'all
Take
be
it
good.
easy. Looks like Category 4 hurricane
Oh my! Look at the
coming
video.
close to Orlando is what they're now saying. That thing, the path will continue on all the way up towards Atlanta. Now, Tom was saying yesterday, we will get the remnants.
Yes.
Or is that an educational guess? Or
Well,
you just
usually
pulling
we
that out
do
your
have
butt?
some high winds or some rain after that.
The remnants.
Yeah.
Except that's not what he said. He was trying to say I can't even remember what he was trying to say. Residual effect.
And I'm old.
Yeah. Well, you're the one that said it.
No.
Earl Pitt's coming up in just a bit. Fox News will keep you updated. Boob of the day on the way. According to a brand new study, 2 to 3 cups of coffee each day will help you live longer. But you'll spend a little extra time on the toilet. According to Australian research company, consuming 2 to 3 cups of coffee every day lowers the risk of a heart attack. Most people load it up with sugar and get diabetes instead. And study says that creepy apps cause emotional damage by invading your privacy.
Wow.
But nothing causes more emotional damage than interacting with people on Tinder. Just saying. Tom's got his own channel on OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah. It's awesome. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell announcing his support yesterday for the Democrat-led legislation that would make a change to Electoral Count Act. So, Mitch McConnell, Senate Minority Leader, Republican, announcing he supports the Democrat-led legislation to change the Electoral Count Act. the Republican senator from Kentucky, said he strongly supports the changes being that are out there with Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Susan Collins. So Manchin is a Democrat. Susan Collins is not really a Republican. And now Mitch McConnell jumping on with them. The Electoral Count Act was passed in 1887, and experts complain that part of it is out of date. So Mitch McConnell now backing the Democrats. Well, he was doing that all along. And Ryan Reynolds announced on social media yesterday that Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3.
Really?
In his posting, Reynolds said the sequel coming out September 6, 2024. That will be the release date. Jackman previously declared publicly that in 2017, after Logan's final performance, that was it.
Wow.
But looks like he needs some money, and so he is coming back. Cherokee Nation renewing their campaign for a representation in Congress, calling for federal legislators to honor a treaty that the U.S. government made 200 years ago that would give them some representation in Congress. U.S. News and World Report named Switzerland the number one country in the world. Business friendly, great place to raise kids. U.S. made it up to number 4 on that list. And according to a new study, being lonely makes you age faster than smoking. Tom,
Wow.
you look old.
I do not.
You look very old.
Maybe I got gray, but look at my hands. They're baby hands.
You look very old.
My mama said, you still got baby hands.
Has she seen them lately?
No, but when
Okay.
she was alive, she said, I got baby hands.
No, you misunderstood what she said. She actually said, "Pobrecito mijo." That's what she said. U.S. welcomes in the Russians seeking asylum. Yesterday, press secretary for the White House actually came out and said it. If you don't want to fight in the war against Ukraine, not a problem. You can come to America and file for asylum. She said we would welcome you in with open arms. If you want to come to America, come to America. If you do not want to fight the war. By the way, latest things coming out is that nuclear war could happen with Russia. And Will did try signing on this morning. He was going to talk about the pipeline.
Yeah, because somebody sent a second text about that.
And so I'm going to do my research today. And supposedly Tim Pool, I haven't watched Tim in a couple of days. Tim had a video about just that. And The Guardian also had a story about that pipeline
I hadn't seen nothing.
that connects Russia and Europe. Biden said he would do something to disable it.
Well,
And they've had a couple explosions as of late.
And the texter says, did y'all see that the sabotage Nord Stream pipeline in Germany could have been the U.S. or it could have been the NATO forces? Asked the texter. We don't know. We're researching it.
NATO is part of the reason why we're in war right now. Well, Russia is in war with China. They were encroaching on Russia. Look, the more you read into this war, Ukraine and Russia, I'm starting to take Russia's side. I'm just saying. I know Biden has given a lot of money to the Ukrainians. I'm starting to. Somebody's making a lot of money off this war. Follow the money, as they always say.
Right. And another texter says, you know what? The oil companies, they can profit off of $45 a barrel of oil. Now, under Trump, oil was steady at $60 a barrel, says the texter. And Tom from the Conch Republic.
Hey, be safe out there in the Keys.
So he's in the middle of that. Good morning, guys, from a very, very wet Key West. We're at waist-high surge, he says. A fire out of control in the Old Town, and we're expecting more surge from King Tide. About 10,000 people without power. That's a very bad storm.
Be safe.
He's saying out there. this morning. And another texter, was the asteroid moving gas from Russia? Says the texter. Let me finish this.
Asteroid moving gas from Russia.
Yeah, yeah. Remember that asteroid that they blew up?
Why would it be
Was
moving
the
gas?
asteroid moving gas from Russia to Europe? Asked the texter.
No, we just blew it up. Just to see if we could.
Right.
And it cost us $355 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we like to waste money all the time.
We just wanted to make sure that we could blow it up and change the direction that it's going in case that we got one that's heading right for us. All right, boob of the day coming up in just a second. Deadly TikTok trend has New Mexico family looking for justice. It was called the Blackout Challenge. Videos on TikTok show individuals choking themselves until they pass out. Now the family from Socorro is suing TikTok after their son died from the challenge. TikTok is just not a safe place for kids, according to Dayla Hashan, former a member of the Parents Together. Families across the country, including New Mexico, suing the social media platform. 13-year-old boy in 2020 did the Blackout Challenge in Socorro County and accidentally hung himself.
Oh, my.
I guess you can say anybody for anything.
I guess.
But I see things on TikTok. You got to raise your kids to be smarter. You know, if they're going, hey, you want to do the ghost pepper challenge? Hell no. You want to do the Blackout Challenge? Hell no. My daddy didn't raise no fool.
Right.
So the lawsuit coming against TikTok. We'll see how that works. Multinational corporation. I don't know if you're going to get any money out of those guys. 2 ballistic missiles fired from North Korea as Kamala Harris visits Seoul, South Korea today. And this is sad. New data showing that Mexico's repeat rate for child abuse is among the worst in the country. According to a report from the Albuquerque Journal this morning, 40% of children in New Mexico who sustained serious injuries from physical abuse or neglect in the fiscal year 22 came from families who had a prior involvement in the state's Child, Youth, Family Department within 12 months. Report from the New Mexico Legislative Finance Committee said that families from the Families Department continues to underperform on targets of repeat maltreatment in foster care. So 40% of the cases that Child Protective Services is looking into today are from repeat offenders from within the past 12 months.
Keep sending them back. Why?
Quit putting, look, I know your benchmark. Your benchmark is to put families back together.
Yes.
Maybe you ought to change your mission statement to taking care of the damn kids, putting the kids before putting them back
always
in the family. Number one thing we ought to look at is families. What's good for the kid? Not what's good for the family.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take me back to a couple years ago with that little 11-year-old boy that died.
Oh, it's tragic.
At the hands of his grandmother and mother because they were degenerate drug users. And this little kid had overdosed multiple times and they hit him with the Narcan to bring him back. Well, this last time they couldn't. But isn't it sad that an 11-year-old is already addicted to fentanyl?
Yeah, it's tragic.
You keep putting them back in the same damn place. That is not good. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
And study shows that 40% of these kids put back in the hands of child abusers. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Oh, just calling from the road. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good.
Good. So, I have a concern. My kid's in the 4th grade this year. They're in Lovington, right? And I find it interesting that we're not even allowed to enter the schools anymore as parents. And this is something else I find interesting is that I asked my son, because I wanted to ask him one question, because I haven't met his teacher. We're already, 3 months in, 2 months in?
They didn't have
Going on 3?
student teacher, conference or anything?
No. So I haven't met, and I asked to meet them and was denied by the principal and the superintendent. So we're not even allowed to meet the teachers, apparently. I can't do that. I can't see the classroom. So I asked my son one question, and I wanted to see what his response was. And I asked him, who are you? And I wanted his response to be pretty simple, but I wanted to hear what he was going to say. And he said, well, I'm your son, I'm a boy, and I'm him. And I looked at him and I go, now, why did you tell me that? And he didn't know what to say. I go, is that what they're teaching you in class? I was like, is your teacher telling you that this is how you're supposed to identify yourself? And he got quiet. And I go, look, I'm your father. I go, do you not think that I know that you're a boy? Do you not think that I can tell that you're a male? And he looked at me and he's like, well, I know. And I was like, well, how can you tell the difference? I was like, if you're looking at somebody, how do you know? He's like, well, because a girl doesn't have a penis. And I was all like, yeah, that's
look,
pretty dang freaky.
I got to say, that's an improvement towards some of the stuff that teachers, schools are teaching kids, with this woke mentality. At least he knows a boy's a boy and a girl's a girl.
Right.
Well, thank God that I taught him that. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that we went through that. But that's my point. If you don't think that this liberal BS bullcrap is being taught in our school system already, and that your teachers aren't sitting there manipulating your kids, my kid's in the 4th grade, and I have one that just joined preschool this year. And I'm just going to say it. Like, this is the most stupid thing I've ever seen about Lovington school systems. Never in my life have I been denied access to the school to go see my son's teacher, to meet them or anything. And I mean, I was stopped at the door, like there was a security guard there.
Well,
not even allowed to walk my son in if he's late. Can't even walk him in, sign him in when we're running behind.
It's a sad world we live in. It's a sad world we live in.
That's not just the problem.
Yeah, in light of the violence that we've had inside schools, measures have been taken. And, when they first started taking them, I didn't like them. I didn't like it that I couldn't go in the school. But in light of some of the stuff that's happened, I just kind of, I get part of that.
I don't see, because you know what? All we're instilling in these kids is how to be cowards, how to be scared, how to worry about everything. That's not what their job is to do. Their job is to basically teach them, the basics, your arithmetic, reading, English, writing, right? That's it.
But
now,
Chip,
now
the
it's
problem,
so stupid.
The problem with that is, who gets blamed when a school shooter goes in and shoots up a school?
The parents?
No, not the parents. The teachers, the schools. They didn't do enough to protect the kids. So now it's come full circle.
Yeah, but what are they doing to teach the kids to protect themselves? Why can't they teach these kids to be strong instead of being cowards? I'm sorry, that's what they're doing. They're crippling our youth. And if you can't see it as that, you're weakening an entire generation coming up. That's why we have all these little cute kid liberals everywhere, thanks to the No Child Left Behind and everybody gets a damn trophy. This is stupidity.
Well,
this is actual stupidity. And they're
Tom was left behind a long time ago. Tom was left behind, and he's 62.
I had a plate problem.
Oh, my sweet Jesus, the problems that we could list with Tom. But, I mean, let's be real about this. We grew up way differently.
Oh, we did.
I mean, you went to school with the gun rack in your back window, I'm sure. I remember seeing that. I graduated in 2005, and I still remember seeing that up until probably about 2002 was the last time I remember seeing it, right when I got into high school, that they were like, you can't do that no more.
Now, let me ask you this much, Chip. Are there more sick people today than they were 30 years ago?
No. You just you hear about it more because of stupid phones and technology. Look at how much crime that you get to see every day now because of that. It's not that there's a more rampant people out there, causing more crime. No, I'm sure it's up a bit, but no, the fact of the matter is you get to see it. And instead of people helping, they're reaching for their phones like idiots.
Oh yeah,
I've got to record this.
Yeah, they'll film the whole thing instead of helping out. Chip, you take it easy. I got to get to things that happen on this date in history. Boob of the day, Earl Pitts and more. Catch up with the text, Tom. 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew, reminding you he's District 61 state representative. Need help with a legislative matter, regulatory matter in the state, getting your driver's license, getting your unemployment. That's what he's there for you. He's a servant of District 61. He's there to help you. Hey, if you got a better idea about upcoming legislation, he'd love to talk to you. Just go to the website, randallpettigrew.com. Randy was selected one of the top conservatives in Santa Fe. Proud to represent you in District 61.
I tell B, this is Drew from Carlsbad, that I sent him a video on Facebook Messenger, says the texter. Another one says, I want to win some money, says the texter.
I got that coming up in just a second.
Yeah. And Mike Sandoval says, well, Tom hung up on me. Look, here's the deal. I saw your number. You didn't answer, but I put your name down there anyway. So you're qualified to win $105 on Friday.
Hey, Mike, don't feel special because he hangs up on a lot of people.
Do not.
Yeah, because he's got that bill collector mentality. Huh?
I do not. But yeah, we'll be qualifying some more people here moments away.
All right, things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Find out more information. Call our buddy Jamal today. Hobbs Airfield Speedway, 575-631-5099. Call Jamal or go on Facebook and check out what's going on Friday and Saturday. It is Friday and Saturday. Flashlight cash races, no prep races going on. All starts Friday. Pay out 100% entry payout for all classes. Friday night, they've got the no prep TNT going on. Gates open at 5, races start at 6. And Saturday, King of the Glitzy back half race. And also gates open at 1, races start at drivers meeting at 4, races start at 6. They've got 5 different classifications. Go to Facebook to find out more information about the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Things that happen on this date in history. William the Conqueror invaded England and claimed the throne. And 1066, flogging was officially abolished as a form of punishment in the U.S. Navy in 1850. Nowadays, we got a couple people that still flog, but it's, they do it on their time at the S&M Club. Looks like nighttime football game took place. First ever nighttime football game in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Took place. Mansfield University against Wyoming Seminary in 1892. And the White Sox were indicted for throwing the 1919 World Series. The year was 1920. Seahawks receiver Tyler Lockett is 30 years old.
Wow. Good receiver, too.
He usually wears a mask in public because he catches everything. Hillary Duff is 35 years old. And the words of Homer Simpson, I can't get enough of that Duff. Naomi Watts is 50.
She's a singer?
Naomi Watts.
Yeah, she's a singer.
Actress. Moon Unit Zappa. Frank Zappa's daughter, the Valley Girl, is 55. Former NFL player, Congressman Steve Largent, is 68. During his day, he caught more passes than a group of Clinton interns at a wine tasting competition. Jeffrey Jones, principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is 76.
Oh, wow.
And today is National Neighbors Day. Say something good about your neighbors. That is the question of the day. Boob of the day on the way. 7:54. Your chance to qualify for cash still to come.
Hey, we just had a report of a car wreck just happened on the corner of D and Main here in Lovington, just for your information, in case you have to reroute this report.
D and Main?
Yep. That's right down from
D and Main?
Yep.
That would be Avenue D and Main.
Yeah, the corner of
D and Main.
They said D and Main.
Avenue D and Main.
However, right now, from D all the way to where we're at, that is closed because they're working on that water thing there here in Lovington.
Avenue D is closed to all the way where we're at.
Yep, all this way. Yep, sure is.
Really? Because I seem to travel that way quite often.
Well, you can't now.
I did yesterday.
You went down Avenue
So
D.
how did you get to the station?
You went down Avenue D.
Well, it turns into the Denver City Highway.
Right. So at Main
You
Street,
said all the way into where we're at.
Yeah, well,
The
basically.
highway is open where we're at.
It is
Please
open.
do not confuse anybody.
Well, it's
Please do not confuse anybody.
Main and Avenue D going east before it
Please
turns
do
into
not confuse anybody.
Denver
Because
City
the highway that passes Country Club is open.
Yes.
You said all the way to where we're at.
Well, I was kind of referring to people.
If it was closed where we're at,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to get here.
No, you can't. It is closed all the way to industrial. Then that you can go both ways on industrial, but that's it.
Thank you for that tip of information. If I wanted directions, I damn sure
Why?
wouldn't
It
take
just
it
takes
from
you
the guy to
going
go
to
to
the
Jow goes to Seminole.
Back door
Just
to get
saying.
here. Hello, anybody home today?
Whatever. I would definitely not take directions from you.
Anyway, that report being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you if you need an attorney, ragsdalelawfirm.com. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Carlsbad.
What's going on?
I just wanted to say that I have neighbors across the street and on each side of me here in Carlsbad, and they're all great. But I do want to give a shout out to my neighbors who are in their late 80s. They've been married over 55 years.
Wow.
To the same person. He worked here at the potash mines and retired, and then through his kindness, he started fixing kids' bicycles, and then he got to be the bike man, and now he is the bike man, but he can't do it anymore. He recently got ill. But I want you to know, he went into a nursing home, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is it for him, and I was preparing all the stuff, you know. He came out of the nursing home, and that couple goes out 3 nights a week to the Veterans Club, the Elks, the Eagles. They are out having dinner with other people, socializing, doing their thing, and they are amazing. And I just think that they deserve a shout out.
There you go. Hey, I appreciate that. You have a great day today. I'm sure you're a great neighbor too. 757. Boob of the day coming up. Also, we'll talk about a man carrying a bottle of fake urine.
Oh, no.
Where did you get the urine from?
Well,
Never mind. I don't want to know. And Ohio man causes $100,000 worth of damages just to get some vodka and cigarettes. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics. They've got the experience to help you. If you're going through things in your life, like I can tell right now I need the ozone injection in my back. It gets harder and harder to actually get out of bed every day. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my appointment to get the ozone. Get the injection right in the disc of my back. And if you're suffering from knee problems, back pain, elbows, shoulders, that ozone actually helps. It's not like it's not like the steroids and that type of stuff. To me, that does nothing to help. In fact, it kills your kidneys. This is not the same thing. This actually helps rejuvenate the cartilage and that type of stuff, the disc in my back, and last me for 6-8 months. Talk to Desert Functional about that. Going through hormonal problems. Talked to a lady the other day that said she went and got testosterone. And women have testosterone also.
Yep.
And when that testosterone is low on women, it could cause them to gain weight and all kind of other things. So if you gain some weight, it could be hormonal issues. Go get that hormonal optimization. And guys, if your libido is gone, if your sex life is like Tom's, you ought to go talk to them about testosterone replacement. Talk to them about the testosterone replacement. And look, it's not an easy path. You're not going to go in there one day and go, give me the shots. Give me the pellets. They need to check your blood. Look, there's a lab right there at Desert Functional. If you have insurance and want to put your blood work on the insurance, you can do that and tell them to send the results to Kelly at Desert Functional. But there's a lab right there for you. 3900 North Lovington Highway, thedesertfma.com for more information. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day. Man casually carrying a shotgun, claimed to be from Chicago when he walked into a convenience store during an attempted robbery, but walked out when a clerk displayed his own gun. 32-year-old Rakeen Stephen Tate made a bad decision. Became even worse when, he saw the gun of the owner of the convenience store. By the way, this guy was charged with openly carrying a prohibited weapon, attempted robbery with a firearm. And I watched the video, and the guy kept saying, but I'm from Chicago. That's why I got this blankety blank big gun. I'm not from around here, bro. Maybe we got to give this guy a break. I mean, he is from Chicago,
Sweet
right?
home Chicago.
So carrying a large weapon is as common as carrying a cell phone in Chicago. This guy may face some serious punishment, like being sent back to Chicago. That'll do it.
Right.
Boob of the Day being brought to you by our buddies at Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out. Hey, don't forget about the cryotherapy. They have the machines. If you got somebody playing football, need a quick recovery, cryotherapy. Living in pain, cryotherapy. Many, many advantages. Go to Facebook and find out more information. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. We're going to give you a chance to win some cash on the way. Text line is open.
All right. So the texter says that guy skipped. Actually, it's Chip. So kind of correcting that guy. Says he gets denied entry to his kid's school because they know he's coming. He's a pain in the ass. He's always complaining, says the texter. Another texter says, Tom, kick B in the BALLS already, says the texter.
Bring it on, brother.
Yeah.
Dude couldn't do a push-up.
Well, you couldn't do one either.
I've had 4 neck surgeries and need back surgery.
Here we go with excuses already.
Whatever.
But you know better than that. You know you're afflicted. You lift up copiers, 80 pounds. You climb on top of a roof and fall on your butt.
There's one thing they can't say about me, that I'm
What?
lazy like you.
I ain't gonna step
That
on
I
damn
can't
roof.
do crap for myself like you. Nobody will ever be able to say that. That I'm a lazy, no good son of a buck. They could say that about you, though.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't go to-
Thank you for admitting it.
Take the guns away from kids, says the texter, and give them boxing gloves to settle their issues, says the texter.
Tom, do you have the story out of Eunice
About the
man that continues?
that was yesterday's news.
So you had it?
Yeah. 14 felonies.
14 felonies.
Yeah.
Keep letting him out, damn it. DAs, do your job. Take out the trash. I'll talk about that story. Barbara Walters not in good shape. And
Really?
grand jury in Lubbock. You say it like she's 12 years old. Oh, really?
Well, I heard about her in a while.
Guy in Lubbock, they come to pick up the furniture from, or get him to pay the bill from Aaron's. He doesn't pay it and then pulls a gun on him. We'll talk about that coming up. S&P 500 sinks to a 2-year low. Looks like the market is coming back this morning. And Siri and Alexa making our kids angry. And a meteorologist accidentally draws a drawing talking about the hurricane but you're not going to believe the shape of this thing. I'll talk about that next, Tom.
All right. So the texter says, Chip, this is Lovington Liberal, by the way. If you're telling your kid he's a big boy, and then let him walk in by himself. I mean, stop making him a snowflake by walking him to school. Says.
Oh, wait, that came from a liberal?
Yeah.
Oh, Chip, damn.
And B, what happens if, this is a stupid question, if I don't vote?
You don't vote. Your vote doesn't count.
Yep, you don't have
If you were going to vote Republican and you don't vote, that means that's a vote for Michelle Lujan Gresham.
Yeah, answer that question. And what is dumb is you're leaving the schools to teach your kids how to defend themselves. Now, you want the schools to teach them? Then, when you as a man should teach your kids and man up and take responsibility for your kids.
Look, I don't like the rules. Didn't like them when my kids entered school where, they couldn't meet me outside. I had to get out of the car and go sign them out and so on and so forth. But I get it. I do get it. I understand why we're at where we're at. Bunch of sick people out there.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
That's all I get.
Well, it's more coming here in a minute. And Jethro says, cut him off. Shut the heck up, says the texter about Chip this morning. Well, he made his point, and that's why we have the texter and the line. So you can say what is on your mind this morning. Hey.
All right, it looks like a man wanted carrying a fake bottle of pee. Man with an active warrant out of, is it Kleberg, County, Texas, for smuggling persons, was arrested after making a 911 call and hanging up. On Saturday, 46-year-old Joseph Finch called 911 and then hung up. When they arrived at the residence, deputies were waved down by Finch, who told authorities that he had requested a welfare check on his wife.
Oh.
When the deputies asked him for more information, they could not find anyone with the date of the birthday that he had provided. Finch told law enforcement that he was from Harlingen and would reveal that deputies, through their inquiring system, that he had active warrant for smuggling people across the border. By the way, also had some yellowish liquid in a bottle. Confessed that it was fake urine. Now, why would you carry around fake urine? By the way, I think this is a class PP misdemeanor.
Right.
Cops were not happy when they opened his backpack and found the fake urine. Needless to say, they were pissed. Very pissed.
All right, Chip has responded to Lovington Liberal. He says, I know who he is, and I can guarantee you he wouldn't say that to my face, says Chip this morning. Oh, well, got the chance to do it.
Lovington Liberal, he's calling you out.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a fight on our hands. And Mark from Roswell says, does Chip pay for advertising? Laugh out loud, says the texter. Don't have to.
No.
And did you see, guys, how the New Mexico Supreme Court, okay, come on, ran right past him. I'm sorry, guys. Okay.
Texas, I'm just notating. Texas education.
All right, so did he say how New Mexico Supreme Court justices are running for re-election? I see them on the Facebook needing for us to vote for them. I hope people don't forget that when MLG went to the Supreme Court and got
they have voted for anything that she wanted in her favor. Coming up maybe in a couple of weeks, Tom will have Patrick Brenner on the extended version, and we're going to talk about these constitutional amendments from a conservative viewpoint, what is good and what is bad. We'll get to that coming up maybe, 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're 44
days away.
Was it 44 or 45?
Something like that. But what we want to do is keep it fresh in people's minds. Because if we do it any earlier, people will forget about it.
No, you'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Not all people will forget about it, but you will. 809. We are B on the Breakfast Club. KWMW Baltimore, 105.1 FM. Keeping you updated with everything going on this morning. News being brought to you by H&H Fuel Services. Our buddy Colin has the fast fusion pipeline machines. Yeah, the squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Working in the patch, need some help. Maybe working on that pipeline and you need some help. Call H&H today. Colin's number is 432-269-6027. That's his cell phone number. He's based out of Jowl, serving all of Southeast New Mexico. HNHFS.com for the fast fusion pipeline machines and the squeeze tools up to 16 inches. Qualifying folks, Fox News, Earl Pitts coming up next. We're W105.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money. And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Hurricane Ian picked up steam overnight, nearly a Category 5 storm now, 155-mile-an-hour sustained winds, hours away from landfall in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis says it's too late to evacuate the state's southwestern coast.
It's time to hunker down and prepare for this storm. This is a powerful storm that should be treated like you would treat if a tornado was approaching your home.
The forecast calls for up to 16 feet of storm surge in Fort Myers, Florida. North Korea conducted more missile tests today. Vice President Harris visits the demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea tomorrow. She called out China addressing American soldiers in Japan.
China has challenged the freedom of the seas. China has flexed its military and economic might to coerce and intimidate its neighbors.
She says the U.S. will continue to support Taiwan, claimed by the Chinese government as its territory. America's listening to Fox News.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I just want to give my boss a wedgie with a forklift. I heard this story the other day. The 5 types of coworkers that drive people crazy is in the paper somewhere. Like a guy takes all the credit when he didn't do much of the work, or the interrupter, they call it. He always bugs you when you're trying to work. Or the stuck in the mud. Person always all business all the time. I would submit to you fine people today, them Nimrods don't drive me crazy. Them people are just a mere inconvenience, because I got my own list. People what drive Earl Pitts crazy. Let's start off with the boss. Just because you give a monkey a tie, it don't make him no smarter than you. Boss wants you to do stuff that you can't do in the time he gives you to do it in, which tells you he couldn't manage a dog in a butt-licking contest. And he's the boss, managing. All right, number 2, the woman what's got the kid always selling something. I mean, I don't work like a dog 40 hours a week just to send some idiot's kid to band camp. I've been buying candy bars and calendars and frozen pizzas and cookies. And don't go telling me it's for a good cause. The only good cause I got is beer and smokes and keeping my family out of the homeless shelter. If you can show me how buying band candy can help any of them causes, I'll sign up for a box. All right, number 3. The guy at work that always drives me up a wall, and everybody got one of these at work, is that one doofus. It always looks like he's working harder than hell, and he ain't doing crap. And I'll bet everybody out there just said a name, didn't you? I know. It's some kind of optional illusion or something. He's always running around like a squirrel on crack, and he ain't getting nothing done. And they're afraid to fire him because they're afraid nothing won't get done, which gets back to the boss being an idiot. Wake up, America! But the number 1 person drives me crazy at work is that goody two-shoes suck-up brown nose, also known as the employee of the month. Sure, you get to park by the door all month, you bonehead, but But you've been wondering where them little grooves going down your door coming from? Hammer pitch American Pizza.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Find new roads in a new Chevy from Sierra Blanca Motors this summer. Test drive a sporty new Chevy Trax, sexy Equinox, sleek Trailblazer, or rugged Silverado. Pre-order the perfect automobile today. Shop their lot online or in person. New units arriving daily. Sierra Blanca Motors in Ruidoso, Southern New Mexico's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Chevy headquarters. They make it simple.
We're in challenging dark times, like being in the Carlsbad Caverns without a light, or on the plains of the White Sands at night. We've lacked the light of real leadership in Washington. But in New Mexico, we've got Congresswoman Yvette Herro fighting for us against the woke radical liberals in Washington who look down on us. Yvette Herro fights to secure our southern border and stop the flood of crime and drugs. Yvette Herro fights for the energy industry that creates New Mexico jobs and can end America's reliance on foreign oil. Yvette Herro fights for our neighbors, friends, and families' safety by standing with law enforcement against the radicals who want to defund the police. The woke, radical, liberal Democrats have failed us, but we've got our Congresswoman, Yvette Herro, fighting them, leading for us. Paid for by Right Women PAC, which is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. RightWomen.com.
Hear ye, hear ye. Step back in time for the time of your life at the first annual Cavern City Renaissance Festival. Peruse over 30 artisan vendors. Grab a turkey leg. Drink a pint of ale. Swim with a mermaid. Sing with a pirate. And watch over 20 knights compete in armored combat. Gather your party and head down to the Lake Carlsbad Beach Park, September 30th and October 1st. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherlands.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Needing anything smoking related, Lovington Smoke Shop has you covered. Pens, pipes, water pipes, papers, and all your smoking accessories are there. Along with a huge selection of lighters and batteries, everything you need to keep you smoking. Lovington Smoke Shop wants to thank our military vets and police officers and offers those that are serving or have served special discounts. Located at 1016 South Main, or call 575-739-1511, Lovington Smoke Shop.
Are you ready? Ready to get thousands more than ever before? Hey, this is Big Ben, and Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan is ready to give you thousands more than ever before. For your current car, we know you're out there and you want to cash in. So if you want thousands more than ever before, you have to act now before the market prices hit the floor. Cars, trucks, vans, or SUVs, we buy them all, big or small. Not to mention, for a limited time, we'll even pay off your current loan when we make a deal. What a steal! Don't be shy and let this opportunity pass you by. Don't hesitate or you'll lose the interest rates. Thousands more than ever before. And we work with all credit scores. You could potentially lower your current monthly payment or get into a vehicle with considerably better gas mileage. Now's the time to take advantage of these amazing offers. But there's only one place to go if you want thousands more than ever before. And that's the big store, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs, or anytime online at PermianGM.com.
Yes, it's wake up time.
They're funny. They're relatable. I feel like I'm listening to my friends.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com. Call or text 877-396-W105. Brought to you by your Kubota dealer and found at AmigoMachinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supplies, your Napa dealer. Lovington, and Be Live Studio TV on YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook, being sponsored by Desert Sand Water Well. Online at desertsandsnm.com.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Tune in for an all-new season of Saturday Night Live, featuring the funniest people on the planet, including Pete Davidson.
Cut! Pete Davidson left the show. Says he wanted to grow his career or something. Take it from where we left off.
Featuring funny people such as Kate McKinnon.
Cut! McKinnon's out too, along with Red, Mooney, Bryant, and some other folks I honestly thought were made-up names. Aristotle Atari? That's not a real person, right? Here's the new copy. Let's take it from the top.
Tune in for an all-new season of Saturday Night Live, featuring some people you've never heard of, and Kenan Thompson.
All right. I think we got it.
Boy, that show's going to hell in a handbasket. I haven't watched it in like 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Check of the weather being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you that they've got ready-mix concrete. Lowest possible price, great customer service. Really doesn't matter if it's a big job or a small job. Find out more information at chancematerials.com, 575-363-3240, chancematerials.com. 86 the high today, 57 coming up for tonight, 86 coming up for tomorrow. And if you were watching and saw the camera shake, yeah, that was just Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something?
You act like you weigh 140 pounds. You hit the damn desk and the whole thing. And no, if you're watching, it was an earthquake. No, please don't shake it. That's a lot of tatas.
Yeah.
Please don't shake.
Hey, congratulations to our qualifiers. It was Ernesto. By the way, Ernesto, and he's a regular listener to us, he lost his son a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Ernesto, I'm so sorry, brother.
And so I sent condolences to him, but he's a qualifier, kept qualifying. Also, Danny and some of the texters this morning. I'm putting him on my database, so I'm no longer right on the list. But congratulations.
Thank you for that tidbit of information that you were supposed to be doing in the beginning.
Y'all are going to get win $105 with Russ Black on Friday.
So we'll give you that opportunity.
Yep.
Hurricane Ian, Category 3, upgraded to a Category 4. Could be a hurry at Category 5 before it makes landfall. This storm is blowing a lot harder than Hurricane Monica. It's a big storm. Storm preparations continue in Florida. They know Hurricane Ian is on the horizon and announced widespread school closures, flights. Governor Ron DeSantis currently trying to figure out a way that they can actually relocate the storm to Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
We hope that we can do that. And Europe continues to feel the shock waves of Italy. You would think that, the Democrats are big on women.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we got the first Italian prime minister ever that is a female. You would think they'd be calling and saying congratulations. Oh, wait.
Mamma mia.
She's a far right. Oh. Oh, she's far right. Huh. Wow. So they're not going to, Biden's not going to congratulate. You know what's sad? Biden still has not called DeSantis to talk about preparations for the storm.
And he's not going to.
He has called several mayors, Democratic mayors, but will not call DeSantis. I'm sick of the politics.
Crazy.
You are president of the United States. You are president of Florida.
Right.
No matter what way people vote, you're supposed to represent all people once you're elected. I guess you forgot that, along with everything else.
Remember that, Michelle?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nuts. Brazilian couple in hot water after they dyed a local waterfall blue to announce their birth of their son. It was a reveal party. And they dyed the waterfall blue to designate the gender of the baby. The expected parents are now being investigated by the local government. and could be charged with environmental crimes. Probably the biggest crime is being involved in a gender reveal. Can't you just tell us nowadays, boy, girl, whatever?
Right.
Volkswagen working on a vehicle that they call the Gen Travel, that comes with customizable interior and actually would configure to working, eating, and sleeping. So it allowed, Tom does that in his car right now. He can eat, sleep. Believe me, that the seat goes all the way back.
I do sleep in my car. Just take a nap.
I don't know the way it smells in there. I don't know how you could sleep.
You're used to it.
I don't know if I could ever get the smell of butt and feet.
I know.
And no.
Did not smell. Smeller is the feller, Mr. Bonner.
It smells like butt and feet.
Yeah.
According to a new survey, half of Americans plan to leave their current job in the next year and not go back to any other job. And Best Buy and Home Depot say they are forced to lock up more and more merchandise because of theft. Can't leave it out. People are stealing it. And the Shakira case approved for trial. Judge in Spain yesterday approved the Colombian singer 6 counts of tax fraud. Evidently, she owes $13 million in back taxes.
Jesus.
She's 45 years old. If found guilty, she could do some jail time.
Colombian jail.
Well, she's in Spain, so it's not going to be a Colombian jail.
You know what I mean.
Looks like a meteorologist drawing where the storm could go.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane Ian, and actually drew the shape of a penis. By the way, it's all over. It's all over Facebook.
Oh God!
So congratulations going out to Fox News segment. Brian Norcross came in and drew the penis shape. Thank you guys so much. At least now we know where it's headed.
Right.
Good news of the day. Tom going to look at news and more coming up in just a second. Text line 877-396-W1054. Before we get to the text line, Cuba's electric grid has completely collapsed.
Wow.
As of yesterday. They've got problems as Hurricane Ian plowed through the western end of that island, leaving most of that country without electric. Of course, their electric grid was already crap. So that same storm is heading towards Florida today. 827.
Hi, the Constitution says, 47 sheriffs, I guess he was referring to sheriff's deputies, but he said 47 sheriff's deputies relieved of their duties in Alameda County in California because they failed to pass their psych test, says the texter. Wow. And 18 feet storm surge, says another texter. Hey, Toby from Hagerman says, I agree 100% with Chip. This generation is going.
Well, I'm not saying that we are not raising weaker kids, but.
Well, apparently.
I mean, I got a friend of mine, and I'm not going to mention names. So the son graduates college. He's in IT. Mom doesn't want him to take any job. So he's sitting at home, playing video games all night, sleeping all day, because mom doesn't want him to take any job. My personal opinion on that is, once you have this resume with a bunch of blank spots on it, oh, you graduated in 2020.
Yeah.
What the hell have you been doing? I don't know. My dad always said any job is a good job.
That's right. I believe that.
That job that you have is getting you prepared for the job that you really want.
Yeah. I worked a day in the OPAT, so I know what that's like.
Oh, yeah. You're an expert.
For one day, I don't say.
For sure. You're definitely, hell, you ought to be a company man by now.
That just says, I agree 100% with Chip. Now, this generation is going to be.
You just read that same damn text.
No, but you interrupted me. So now I'm finishing it.
Whatever.
I agree 100% with Chip. This generation is going to be a bunch of crybabies.
What part did you not read?
Well, Toby from Hagerman, when you interrupted me, I said I agree 100% with Chip, but you didn't let me finish the sentence.
Whatever. Dow Jones this morning is up about 200 points. Yesterday, S&P 500 sunk to a 2-year low as the bear market continues. 2-year low for the S&P. Dow Jones this morning up about 200 points. Analysts at Wells Fargo now saying that the central bank telling its target range for the Fed fund rate between 4.75 and 5% in the first quarter of 2023. Wait for it. Wait for it. They said 4 months. The stock market will really tank. Hope they're lying. Hope they're wrong. But that's what it's saying.
I had that dream.
Siri and Alexa making our kids rude and antisocial. Well, I mean, Siri and Alexa, is it making our kids? Look, the less and less that we actually communicate with people,
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of telling Siri or Alexa to change the channel, damn it, why can't you just yell to the wife to change the channel? Just kidding, ladies. Sad story. Barbara Walters has dementia.
Hey.
And she's very frail and fading away in her New York City apartment. And, of course, she's hasn't been that long ago that she was on The View. But, Tom, you act like, you know, when you,
Well, we in journalism school, we studied a semester of Barbara Walters.
She's 93 years old.
Yeah, but she was the first female journalist on TV.
She's 93 years old.
I know.
But we're all going to get old.
But we studied her for a semester.
Well, thank you for that.
And very enlightening story.
Oh, thank you.
She's the daughter of immigrants that came over. And the way...
Well, wait. She's white, Tom. No, there are no white immigrants in this country, damn it.
Well, when her parents came over. But the thing is that the way she made it and the way she integrated herself into a male-dominated profession at that time was pretty encouraging, especially for the girls in my class who wanted to be news girls.
Well, and the other thing is she had an accent.
Yes.
Was able to do what she could do.
Yep. There's some major stories. Hey, B, did you read the story of the sheriff killed by illegal?
Yeah, I did that on Monday, I do believe.
It was in Pinellas, Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that story on Monday.
And there's a quick question, but I think this question I'm going to ask you off the air, be on this texter here. And texter says, Tom's push-ups are for your arms, and B, if you talked about it, says the texter. Okay, let me read it again. Push-up are for your arms, and B, if you talk to me like you do Tom, I would kick your butt.
Well,
grumpy, BASTIRD.
If you like jail, bring that on. If you like getting shot, bring it on.
Another texter says, B, are you the employee of the month?
Employer of the month, I do employ the handicap.
No, he said, are you the employee of the month, says the texter.
So her parents were both Jewish, right?
Yes.
And came over from Russia for a wall. So they were Russian Jews that fled Russia and came to the United States and waited on Ellis Island to get into the country. Looks like Lubbock grand jury indicting a man reportedly fired off a gun at a Aaron's employee attempting to collect his rental payment. Lubbock Police Department responded to the 2000 block of 49th Street and reports of shots fired. Police arrived at the location, found the Aaron's employees in their truck. Employees told police that they arrived at David Garcia's home to collect the property or payment when Garcia actually got in an argument with him and fired the gun. By the way, he has been arrested and indicted on multiple charges. Good news of the day coming up. And Tom did the story a couple of days ago. I want to touch on this.
Okay.
So Andreas Sanchez, 26 years old of Eunice, arrested how many times, Tom?
14 now.
14 times. Is he still in jail?
Don't know if he bailed out or not.
So arrested September 21st, charged with unlawful taking of a motor vehicle, embezzlement of a motor vehicle, criminal damage to property, all fourth-degree felonies,
Yes.
resisting and evading, obstructing an officer, and 5 counts of failure to appear on all misdemeanors. So how many charges? 14.
14. This was his 14th felony.
This is his 14th felony charge.
But some of those could have been misdemeanor felony charges. You know, minor felony charges. But he has issues.
So 14, wow, 14 charges. We'll see what's going to happen with him. DAs, do your job. Do your job. Please. 8:36. Tom and a look at news coming up next. Quick check of the weather, looking beautiful out there. 86 and sunny. 57 tonight, 86 tomorrow. That weather sticking around for most of the week. Check of the weather being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got over 1,000 guns in stock at any particular time. When you go in there, you always tell them, hey, B in the Breakfast Club sent me over here. They're closed on Saturday, open on Sunday. If you're looking to go shop for a gun on Sunday, Zia Guns is the perfect place for you to go. And rest assured, once you go in there and talk to these folks and the way they treat you and the price point, you're going to keep coming back. Continuous, repeat buyers is, what they're based on. Giving great customer service. By the way, if they don't have a gun that you're looking for, tell them about it. I guarantee you they can get it. 1907 North Main in Roswell. It's Zia Guns. Wrap up the text, Tom.
All right, so the texter says, hey, dude, Chip, get your son on an individual education plan. Then the teacher will have to meet with you, says the texter. Another texter says, yeah, they used a fake urine to pass the piss test, says the texter. Okay. And push-ups are for lats? What do lats mean? Says the texter.
Didn't you already do this push-up?
No, this is a different texter right here. Lats. What are lats? Don't know what lats are. But anyway, he said those are for lats. And chest and arms. It's not an argument. It's a fact. Look it up, says the texter. I tried, but, they said I didn't do it. I went half one. That's better than none one.
A half of one.
Hey, Butthead, checking in from Florida. Just rain and wind so far here in Jacksonville, says the texter.
Be safe.
Yeah, be very safe.
Be safe out there. Smokey. That's Smokey, I'm sure, even though Tom doesn't mention his name. All right, we talked about this story, but it was in the early hours. Repeat child abuse. We are among the worst in the United States. I'll talk about that. Small town in New Mexico. Reporting a dog case on a welfare check. How many dogs can you have? Is 100 too many?
A little bit.
I'll talk about that. House Democrats passed the police funding bill amid the crime crisis that is going on. We'll talk about that. Midland County Commissioner was arrested on Friday and charged with DWI. We'll tell you what happened to him. And Liz Cheney says that she will campaign for Democrats in 2024. Those stories and more coming up. That's not a big surprise to me, Liz. Not a big surprise at all. Wrap up the text so we can take our break.
And the texter says, you know what? Repeat offenders laugh out loud, says the texter. Zia will love that, says the texter.
I didn't say offenders. I started to say offenders. I said repeat shoppers, repeat customers.
Right. Texter's being mean to me. Said you would screw up a deep dream, says the texter.
You mess up your own dreams.
I have dreams that come true. I already told you that.
Yes. You know, if that was the case, go play the damn lottery. Oh, by the way, is it Allsup's or Allsup's? And is it right next door to Strips? Yesterday, you did the story about Allsup's. As many times as you eating those damn burritos, you ought to have that burned in your damn head.
Allsup's. That's what it is.
You said Allsup's. That according to Russ Black.
Oh, Russ, really? You're going to listen to that dude?
So, just saying. All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for cash. We'll do that coming up next. News this morning being brought to you by your Mountain Getaway. Talking about Camp of the Tall Pines. Go to that website, camptallpines.com, for more information. Tell you what, scenic Mayhill, New Mexico. Beautiful up there this time of the year. Things are much cooler. If we're going to be in the 80s, they're going to be in the 70s at least. This weekend's a perfect place to take the wife on a romantic camping trip. Go up there and check out the cozy cabins or the glamping tents, or if you got an RV, just park your RV up there with Camp of the Tall Pines. Do some fishing, mountain biking, disc golf. They've got an 18-hole disc golf course. Need more information? Go to camptallpines.com. If you're going to be hunting in that region, you ought to make your reservations today to park your RV up there. If you don't have an RV, you can stay in the cozy cabins. Call today, 575-687-4101, or just go to camptallpines.com. Visit them on Facebook also. Qualifying folks, Tom checks in with news. Who's coming up on the extended version?
He is running for land commissioner in the state of New Mexico. Larry Marker will be our guest, and he's got a lot of interesting things to say, especially a new development he told me about yesterday or on Tuesday. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, we'll talk to Larry Marker on the extended version, 8:52. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105. Good news of the day coming up within minutes.
Miracle Ear in Hobbs, Carlsbad, Artesia, Roswell presents the W105 Cash Blowout.
Call now.
Call 877-396-W105 now. Be one of the first 5 people to call in for your chance to win $105. The W105 Cash Blowout.
I want my money.
And I want it now.
Call in now to win.
I'm Tom A. Reese with MTD Radio News, in charge of Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. An out-of-town elderly couple driving a minivan were killed in a 2-vehicle accident with a semi-truck on US 380 just outside of Roswell on Tuesday. Chavez County Under Sheriff Charles Islas elaborates.
It appeared that it went underneath, somewhat underneath the rear portion of the trailer during the course of the impact of the accident. After checking on both individuals, both were at the scene, and they were from out of state. They were on a trip. It was early in the morning. State police is handling the accident reconstruction and investigation.
It's opening day for the new Covenant Hospital in Hobbs. It officially begins operations today. The hospital has been planning the move for more than a year, establishing plans, redoing those plans, and other challenges, such as replacing former CEO Dan Springer, who left in January of this year. Republican candidate for governor of New Mexico, Mark Ronchetti, will be in Hobbs for a meet and greet at the Baymont by Wyndham Hotel at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Lee County Republican Chair Carol Parrish tells us more.
We'd like for you to come on out and meet Mark. He's doing a quick swing through several counties. I believe he starts out in Cruces that morning and into Eddy County and into here and on beyond. Also, if you need information on any of our candidates, we're keeping our headquarters open here in Hobbs. The Republican headquarters is at 1776 North Turner here in Hobbs, and we're here from 10 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Right now, that's Monday through Friday.
Again, that meet and greet for Mark Ronchetti is at the Baymont Hotel, 3510 North Central, 4 p.m. on Sunday in Hobbs. In charge of the news for Southeast New Mexico and West Texas, I'm Tom Ayers.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in Southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Attention gun and knife enthusiasts. Los Alamos Ammo presents the Carlsbad Gun Show Saturday, October 1st and Sunday, October 2nd at the Pecos River Village Conference Center. Guns, ammunition, knives, reloading supplies, Western collectibles, and great gifts, jewelry, collectibles, and more. Brands you know and love like Winchester, Colt, Ruger, Chase, and so much more. Open Saturday 9 to 5, 10 to 4 on Sunday. Adults $6, kids 12 to 17 only $3, and discounted 2-day passes are available. The Carlsbad Gun Show, October 1st and 2nd at the Pecos River Village Conference Center in Carlsbad. Buy, sell, trade. Don't miss it.
Does your home need a makeover? Start with Florist to Go during the Ultimate Home Makeover Sale. Save on carpet as low as $1.99 a square foot, including pad and installation. Save on luxury vinyl plank, only $1.49 a square foot. Our flooring experts will help you choose the perfect look. Special financing available, free estimates, but hurry. Sale ends September 30th at Florist to Go, your hometown flooring center, 2704 North El Paso.
The new iPhone 14 Pro is here with Apple's most advanced smartphone display ever, and the place to get it is at T-Mobile. Now you can take your iPhone beyond with coverage that goes beyond.
You're really having fun over there. Have you been streaming Ted Lasso this whole time?
Yeah, I got the new iPhone 14 Pro at T-Mobile, and Apple TV Plus is included with our plan. It has an amazing display, so all the shows look fantastic.
Nice, but we're almost to the airport. You better download the rest of it.
No need. T-Mobile's got me covered with unlimited in-flight Wi-Fi, so I can stream all flight long. I'm catching up on the morning show next.
I'm going to make a quick stop.
Wait, where are we going?
I'm going to T-Mobile.
With nationwide coverage, the new iPhone 14 Pro on us with eligible trade-in on the Magenta Max plan and Apple TV Plus included, you'll take your iPhone experience beyond. Only at T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due. Apple TV Plus on us up to $499 value. In-flight Wi-Fi on select U.S. airlines were available. See T-Mobile.com for details.
The VA reports 149,756 military veterans living here in New Mexico. What doesn't get reported much are steps to improve their quality of life and honor their service. Did you know that major improvements are coming to our only long-term skilled nursing home for New Mexico veterans? Back in July, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced $60 million for upgrades and new home-like residences at the state's Veterans Home in Tier C. And she cut New Mexico's income tax on military retirement for the next 5 years. She's invested millions of dollars towards veteran cemeteries, a new Vietnam memorial wall, and towards the construction of a new Navajo Code Talkers Museum and Veterans Center in New Mexico. And she approved major upgrades to the Baton Memorial Park near Silver City this year too. As the daughter of a military veteran, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is a champion of New Mexico vets they can count on. Let's keep her.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellos at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet, period.
Bob's Ritway kicks off the fall season with big values and great game time specials. Grab it for the grill. Baby back ribs, just $1.98 a pound. Selected T-bone steak, just $6.98 a pound. And sirloin cut pork chops of steel at $2.49 a pound. And it's game time with Dean's Party Dips, the big tub, just $2.39. Red Baron's pizzas, 22 ounce, just $3.98. And get the Craven Pizza Bites, the big 90 count bag, just $5.97. These, plus over 150 other weekly specials where value pricing, quality, and service still matter, and where they still carry your groceries out for you. For 50 years, where your grocery dollar's gone farther, Bob's Ritway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
When you need a water well drilled or serviced, you want the experience and dedication of the best. That's Desert Sand Water Well, offering new well drilling, service, maintenance on residential and irrigation wells, sand separator installations, and well treatment. They're licensed and bonded in New Mexico. And Desert Sand Water Well offers 24/7 service with flat hourly rates, even after hours, covering all of southeast New Mexico. Desert Sand Water Well also offers free consultations and same-day service when possible. Call Desert Sand Water Well at 575-396-3790 or visit them online at desertsandsnm.com.
And I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and carlsbadchevrolet.com. Don't let life get you down. It's B and the Breakfast Club.
Oh, righty.
All right, good news of the day coming up in just a second. We'll continue to qualify people throughout the day for your chance to qualify for cash. Russell Black coming up at 9:30 with Tradio. Tom A until 3 o'clock. Ride with Russ coming up at 3. And we'll give you a chance all day to qualify. Good news of the day on the way. 10 minutes away from the hour of 9 o'clock. Tomas.
Huge escalation happening right now between NATO and Russia, says the texter. And this continues from the first two texts that we heard this morning. Both Nord Storm 1 and 2 were sabotaged possibly by the West or Russia. But coincidentally, the same day the sabotage happened, they released a new pipeline called the Baltic Pipeline, removing the need of Russian oil and gas, says the texter.
By the way, I saw a story yesterday about Biden selling off our reserves to enemies and saying it was illegal for him to sell off our reserves. By the way, our reserves and the strategic oil reserves is at a 40-year low.
Oh man, that hurts.
In case of war times, we won't have the oil.
Yeah, and
but the Bidens have made a lot of money, so that's good.
And B, did y'all see the Jen Psaki say the Democrats are going to lose?
Yeah,
in November due to the high crime.
I've got that story somewhere where Jen Psaki, former White House press secretary, saying that and they said if they lose in 2024, it's a referendum on Joe Biden.
Right.
Evidently, she's not a Biden fan.
Not anymore, anyway.
At all.
And B hater. Learn how to talk.
I think I've got it covered. I've been making a fairly good living doing it for a while.
And where's Will this morning? Let's ask another.
Will had doctor's appointments.
Okay. And that Midland County commissioner asked the texter. He says he better be. Let me get it back here. See that Midland County? I'm sorry. I've been doing pretty good this morning by myself.
Whatever. Anyway. I got it. Anyway.
And Tracy from Eunice says, I heard you say it too, Tom. Russ was right about Alsops.
That's Alsops, damn it.
Alsops.
That's the way Tom said it. Alsops.
Let's get back to that Midland County commissioner text. He said, better be glad he doesn't live here in New Mexico. Says
they might ban him. They might ban him for life from serving in political office if he's a Republican.
Right. There you go.
You know, you can sexually harass people and they'll just take you off a committee. They won't take you out of office, just off committee. And our Supreme Court ruled that ethics violations are not criminal. They decided that this week. Trusted video game industry insider claiming that Disney hopes to release Star Wars titles every year, 2 every year. That's great news for the 30-year-old virgins, but terrible news for moms that have to keep up with them in the basement. New word for these games. They're rated T for teen or M for mature. Can't you rate them like L for loser? I'm just asking. Alec Baldwin thanked his family for keeping him alive over the last year after the fallout from the accidental shooting at Rust.
How'd they keep him alive?
Good news about Alex's family is they have kept him alive. Dude just had his 7th kid, so he's not shooting blanks.
Sure. 30-year-old wife? Yeah.
31-year-old wife. He's in his 60s. New book claiming Queen Elizabeth once had to step in when Meghan Markle was choosing food for her wedding reception and started yelling at one of the Meghan Markle had started to yell at one of the staff members around the palace.
Wow.
And the Queen had to step in. That according to a book. By the way, she told Meghan, "This is family. We do not speak to people like that." Of course, Meghan is entitled. I mean, if you thought the Queen was entitled, Meghan much more entitled.
Oh, yeah.
And Big Bang Theory came on the air 15 years ago, if you're keeping up with that.
A stupid show.
Forbes magazine claims for the first time since that we're in for a great recession. By the way, they're also saying the super rich did not get richer in the past year. We've actually lost millionaires. Liz Cheney says she will campaign for Democrats, leaving the Republican Party if Trump is the nominee in 2024. Hey, you didn't leave the Republican Party. We left you. And Midland County Precinct 3 Commissioner Luis Sanchez arrested early Friday morning, charged with driving under the influence.
I know that guy.
Midland County officials confirmed the arrest with CBS 7. Midland County Judge Terry Johnson issued the following statement. Midland County Commissioner's Court was aware of the arrest that took place involving Luis Sanchez, County Commissioner, Precinct 3. First, we want to tell the Midland community that we take any offenses by elected officials serious. House Democrats pass a police funding bill among the crime crisis we have going on in this country. Crime is way up, and the defund the police didn't work, so now they're going to fund the police. Boy, they've come full circle, haven't they? In a small town, Des Moines, New Mexico. Very small town. Is this extreme cruelty? Seems that way. Supposedly, these people had over 100 pets in Des Moines. 100 dogs on the property. Union County Sheriff's Department confirming deputies found 100 dogs on the property, including 70 that were dead. Deputies found small kennels on the property and a garage stacked 3 high with multiple dogs. Many were past the point of being able to save them. Sheriff's deputy saying this is like the chainsaw massacre with dogs. It was terrible. By the way, they arrested Jessica Duncan and her boyfriend, 19 and 21-year-old, charged with extreme animal cruelty. And before we get to the good news of the day, I did the story earlier, but I think it's worth touching on again. 40% of children in New Mexico who sustain serious injury from physical abuse or neglect in the fiscal year 2022 came from families who had prior involvement with CYFD over the past 12 months. Did you get what I said? 40% of kids that got serious injuries from physical abuse or neglect, and the fiscal year 2022 came from families who had prior involvement with CYFD over the past 12 months. By the way, we lead the country. We're among the worst at taking care of kids. New Mexico is among the worst in the United States. Whoever becomes governor, number one thing you need to do is fix that. Child
Absolutely.
Protective Services is broke. Their mantra is to take care of, to put the families back together. At this point, putting the families not together is not working.
That's right.
It is not working. Wrap up the text, Tom.
Oh, Texter says, this is B. Hater again. He says, yeah, keep stuttering, B. You sound like your mama.
Kind of sounds like your mama.
God, mean, man. And Thomas says, Al sips all the time on his news, and it drives me crazy.
He's got that Alsop's burrito.
What?
How many have you had?
And I think that when I did this story, I spelled it Alsop's instead of two L's. And so that's where the confusion was coming.
What about strips?
Strips? I've never said strips before.
Why is it
On any
that
of my stories.
Allsup's is getting robbed and not Stripes?
That's a good question.
That's a bigger question. What else you got?
That's it, me.
All right, good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. He can take care of your home, auto, life, commercial insurance, and take care of your Medicare Part B. You need to trust somebody local. Look, there's a lot of what I call predators out there. They are predators that are preying on our elderly, making robocalls out the wazoo to take advantage of the elderly. And when it comes time to use that Part B Medicare, it ain't worth the paper it's written on. You need somebody that's going to protect your family, and that's Herschel Rustin Hayes. Find him right across the street from Bob's Thriftway, or you can just call him 575-396-0513. Trust somebody local. Trust somebody that you know. Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day. Looks like a grandmother carrying a son's baby after his wife had a hysterectomy. You know, when I first saw this story, I thought it was weird until I actually read the story. A woman in Utah is pregnant with her granddaughter after her daughter-in-law needed an emergency hysterectomy. Nancy Huck and her son Jeff and the daughter-in-law got together with the idea that grandmother would actually carry the baby. Here's more on that story.
The baby I'm carrying is fully my son and daughter-in-law's baby, genetic baby.
We knew if we were going to be able to have any more of our embryos, we would have to use a gestational carrier.
We were in amazement by her selfless love and her willingness to sacrifice so much for our family.
Definitely takes a lot of love to carry a baby for 9 months. And then I see people that are aborting babies. That's the good news of the day, no doubt. Tom, you got anything else before we take a break?
We're ready for Larry.
So Larry Marker, we'll get the Larry Marker coming up next. Keep you updated with everything going on this morning. Tradio coming up at 9:30. We'll qualify some more people during the 10 o'clock hour for cash and be listening for George Strait concert tickets. We'll give you a chance to win those tickets coming up throughout the day also. News this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Roswell Livestock has everything that you need. Farm or ranch, your certified Purina dealer. They've got everything. And when it comes to all the supplies for farming and ranching, they've got you covered there too. And of course, big weekend, big week with the big fair coming up. Southeast New Mexico Fair coming up this Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. They've got the Sidewalk Super Sale. Save up to 50% off. 50% off, and they've got lots of things on sale. If you're looking for Western wear, workwear, anything for the farmer ranch, Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Don't forget they also have the Lincoln County Mercantile and Capitan also. KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, Fox News checks in. Larry Marker coming up next. We'll talk to him about a recent lawsuit, and he's also a candidate for land commissioner. We'll talk to Larry up next on W105.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Hurricane Ian picked up steam overnight, nearly a Category 5 storm now, 155-mile-an-hour sustained winds, hours away from landfall in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis says it's too late to evacuate the state's southwestern coast.
It's time to